Welcome back, everybody. I am here with my guy, the multi-timed flag football champion, my guy, Daniel. For some reason, that intro felt wrong. I feel like I'm missing some words here, but it doesn't matter. The playoffs
You might be
in
missing one more
effect.
multi.
Well, yeah, multi. We'll add a third multi here soon. But yeah, it's the playoffs. The wild card round is over. We're heading into the divisional round. We're heading into the end of the season. Things are spicy. Everything's heating up. These games are either, depending on how you look at it, terrible or amazing. One way or the
Yeah.
other. All depending on how you view each team at this point. And speaking of viewing each team, I wanted to bring back a little throwback here. So let's just go straight to this clip real fast. Let's see if this plays.
I already know what it's gonna be. My Dak.
Can you hear it?
No, I already know what it's gonna be though.
Oh, you can't
I
hear
don't
it.
even need a throwback. I already know what it's gonna be. It must be that Dak take about the picks and the interceptions that I said. Is that what you're gonna throw up
Hold
there?
on, hold on. This really, oh, I don't know how to play this in here then.
How Dak is under pressure and with Purdy. I already know what take you about to bring up. Don't
Mm-mm.
it?
Nope, not that. You finna see. Hold on. This really ain't playing. That's crazy.
Wow, week 11 picks.
Hmm.
Damn, I don't even. Well, damn, what else? Damn, that was what 8 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago.
Two
What I
months.
say?
2 months on the dot. November 16th, 2023. Oh, I really why
Mm.
it's not playing. I should have been fucking with this beforehand. Fuck.
It looked
Uh
like it's playing, but I just can't hear it.
can't hear nothing. Yeah, that's the crazy part.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Mm.
Well, hold on. Fuck. We at the beginning. Let me pause this real quick. Oh shit. I forgot. Can you hear anything?
Uh-uh. Nah, I can't hear nothing.
Can you hear anything?
Nah, I can't.
Oh fuck. Hold on. Damn, I can't hear shit. Hold on. Fuck. Technical difficulties. All right, let's try this again. Can you say something real quick?
Yeah, yeah. You hear me?
Okay, bet. All right, there we go. There we go. Now let's try this. Right now, we starting this Would You Rather with
Yeah.
Jordan Love, and then we can have a discussion. Jordan Love or Mac Jones?
Jordan Love.
Bryce Young,
Jordan Love.
Zach Wilson,
Jordan Love.
Baker Mayfield,
Baker.
Derek Carr,
Derek Carr.
Deshaun Watson.
Over any of those people?
Hmm? No, I'm saying
Or
Jordan,
just
no, Jordan Love or these people.
Oh, okay, okay. I'll probably go Jordan.
Okay, Jordan Love or Will Levis.
I'll probably go Will.
Kenny Pickett.
Jordan.
That one.
I'm not even hesitating on that one.
All right, Gina,
Gina.
Brock Purdy.
Can I say stalemate? Because if I put Jordan
Yeah,
Love with the weapons over there with Brock, I don't know what I would get.
yeah, you can say that's even.
I'm gonna say that's pretty easy.
Sam Howell. Disrespectful.
I'll say I probably have Sam Howell. Dobbs.
Jared Goff
Goff.
and Dak Prescott.
Dak.
Damn, no love for Jordan Love. God damn.
It was a lot of love until the end. Then when it just got like I at
You
that
got out,
point, but the thing
you
about
got
it is,
out
I
of
was.
pocket, boy.
But the thing about it is, I was going okay. The Sam Howell one was out of pocket,
Sam
but only
Howell,
because
Josh Dobbs was out of Geno. Even it was a little stretch in
well,
there. You went crazy.
at that moment, I was just like, okay, well, because we going off that moment, and then week 11, he
Yeah.
was still just like. That's why you brought up the Jordan Love arguments because he finally was going on this 2-3 game streak, and
Mm-hmm.
he was like, okay, now I can finally
Get
put
my
my
shit
Jordan
off.
Love take in there and see what it's gonna look like at the end of the game. And so it's just like, so Gino, I don't think Sam Howell was out of pocket. Dak, I don't think was until they met in the playoffs, and Dak was just like a no show.
Yeah,
So
I just wanted to show you how
I
crazy it sounded because I was like, wait, we did Jordan Love at some point. And I went back and looked, pulled up the
yeah.
list, went and listened to the episode. I was
I
like,
think at the
ooh,
beginning it was like, but okay, well,
at the beginning,
well,
yeah.
all that,
No, 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 hold on, hold on.
all,
You had Derek Carr over his man.
but I wasn't going off of like, okay, if you would have asked me this the beginning of next year,
It's
I
hey,
obviously would have Jordan Love,
it's fine.
but it's just
There
like,
was nobody else on earth who was hyping up Jordan Love like I was. Hey,
but think about it is, I think I was 100% correct with my stalemate and Purdy and Jordan Love. Like we'll see this weekend, right?
yeah, no. No, 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 because the 49ers are so much better than them. It's not even close. But
But I mean, but the thing about it is, so this either will be like Jordan Love's best game ever,
mhm,
or is this gonna be like we give him a pass? So it's just like Jordan Love cannot have a bad game, obviously, what people are trying to say. It's like if he's bad against the 49ers, it's okay because the
yes,
49ers.
he wins. He won. He already won, beating the Cowboys. First of all, I just wanted to bring that up because I thought it was hilarious. Because the people you picked was a little Derek Carr, Will Levis, Geno, Sam Howell, Josh Dobbs were the ones where I was like, ooh, going back to it is like, oh God. But to be
Yeah, but
fair, even nobody even believed in Jordan Love until this Cowboys game, and now all of a sudden it's
right.
oh great. But we'll get to that in a second because the Dallas Cowboys finally did the ultimate. Just when you thought everything was fine, they did the worst
Mm.
possible thing at the worst possible moment, and that's completely choke a game out to a 9-8 Green Bay Packers with a 25-year-old first year starting quarterback. Um, I don't even remember what the 48-32 was the score. 48 to
Yeah, it felt
32.
more than that. I would say
That's
56-14, it
it
felt like,
was
but it
way
was
worse
like
than that because at some point in the second quarter, it was 27-0.
zero. Yeah.
It's just a complete embarrassment on the Cowboys' part. What were your thoughts on the game?
Uh One, I thought it was more gonna be more of a game, and if I thought anybody was gonna be up
Man, you
27-0, I thought it was
would
gonna
have been the
be the
Cowboys.
Cowboys. Like, so that really shout out to Dobbs, not Dobbs,
Romeo Dobbs.
Romeo Dobbs. Yeah,
Hmm.
shout out to him, boy. Dude was cooking. Like
Yeah.
any corner that got in front of him, like it could have been your slot, could have been your outside on each side, left or right. Dude was just absolutely like cooking.
Lights out.
I had Reed scoring a touchdown on one of my parlays and it didn't even
He didn't do
match it
nothing
because he got 0 targets, 0 catches because Dobbs is just like, all right, this
cooking.
is on, cool. I'm sitting in it. If you playing me, man, I'm gonna cook your guy. It just
It was
went crazy,
crazy.
and then Jordan did some unbelievable passes. He had about like 4 passes where it's just like, what the hell?
He do that
Like
every game, by the way. That was my whole
back
point.
foot, sidearm, all type of.
My whole point from the jump when I first started watching the first, maybe it was probably within maybe the fifth or sixth week, I had watched enough where I was like, hold on, this dude is doing stuff that my takeaway from quarterbacks sometimes I always look at it like, do you do things that are not just typical shit?
Yeah, right,
Like CJ Stroud might not have he might not do the arm angles and the weird footwork and everything, but like you don't see just your average everyday quarterback just throwing 75-yard bombs that look like he didn't even try to throw it that hard. You
right,
know what I mean? Like, or just kind of like off balance and then jump back in the pocket and flick it 60 yards. You don't see guys do stuff like that. Like, but Jordan Love was doing a lot of that, the Aaron Rodgers. That's what everybody likes saying. I think people just say that
right.
because he
Because
plays for
he
the
played for the
Packers.
Packers. Yeah,
But for me, it's like Stafford. Stafford kind of started all of this in this era of with the no looks and the all the extra shit. I mean, you can go back to Brett Favre, but like it, just
I
doing
wouldn't even.
all of that is so crazy. The fact that he
I,
can lean backwards, jump off one foot in the air, and just hit a dude straight in the chest. The fact that he can drop his arm and side arm some shit 20 yards and put it right on the money. Like that was the stuff I was seeing all year. Now, the other side of that too was all the goofy shit. We ain't seen the goofy shit in about three. It's been about 3 weeks since he just went full goofball mode, which he does very regularly. I'll say it that way. Like this is a very regular occasion where he just fumbles or throws a stupid pick or just does something dumb.
but his receivers were so wide open. How could you
So
even
open.
mess that up?
That was
It's
my
just like
that was my biggest point takeaway from this game was that like scheme. I feel like yeah, Romeo Dobbs was killing, Jordan Love was killing, but just the way they schemed the game up, the way they ran the same formation and would run the ball and then come back 2 plays later in the same exact formation
and
and
play
play action off of that into a dude just being I think Romeo
100%
Dobbs
open.
completely open. I think there was a play somebody said somewhere where Romeo Dobbs was the most open that any
No,
receiver has been in the entire league this year.
it wasn't even that play. It was the Miss Grave or no, the tight end number 88.
Okay.
The one where he just slipped right down the seam and on the
Yeah.
sideline and just like
They said he
so wide
was
open, like
17 yards away from any other defender. That's how far
mm-hmm.
away the closest defender was. So it's like scheme on top of Jordan Love coming out party, on top of Romeo Dobbs having the game of his life, on top of Aaron Jones is back. Like I feel bad for anybody that thought AJ Dillon was going to touch the ball the other night. Like that was.
He wasn't even in none of
Did he even suit up?
the.
I don't even know if he
I
suited
don't
up.
know. I ain't bet on AJ Dillon in a minute.
Yeah, I
Like I
stopped
ain't
doing
seen him
that
on none
shit.
of my stuff.
Even when he
Last time
was
I
the
bet on him,
only
I hit on him.
one. Even when he was
Last
the
time I
only
bet on him,
receiver.
I hit on him. But it's
Yeah.
just like,
But like
but
this is really just about the Cowboys. Like, what is
uh,
happening to the Cowboys for
I
you?
and
What do you think the problem was? Because then after that, I'm gonna ask you to clear out for a couple of minutes here.
I'm still trying to figure out if it was more quarterback, more coaching, like because it just watching the game though. It's like Dan Quinn. Like when I started seeing like them switching like 5-4 people every other play, like running on and off the field. That's why they kept at the beginning of the game. The Packers kept trying to get them like with
Mm-hmm.
multiple people on the field because y'all trying to just switch up.
Switch out
Yeah, I
personnel
ain't
like it
never
don't mean anything.
at all. But the thing about it is they ain't did that all year, and now all of a sudden you
Yeah,
trying to do it now. Go from
trying to get
zone to
fancy.
man and yeah, you're trying to get fancy, but you still playing for the against the Packers, even though that's not Aaron Rodgers on the other side. They still adapt his type of theory with
Yeah.
the quick snap and catching people off guard and things like that. They
Mm-hmm.
still that because that's one thing Aaron Rodgers not only used to do playing for the Packers is get the players catch them when they got 12 men on the field.
Yeah, you think Jordan
Like
Love didn't see that sitting there for 3 years?
exactly. And Matt LaFleur, as his
Yeah,
coach, his first year, didn't catch that from Aaron. Just because Aaron's not there, they didn't take a
and
couple
learn.
tendencies he used to
Yeah.
do. Like, so,
And then on top of that, you got to think it's the
and then
Shanahan offense too.
on
Like
top of that, you
LaFleur's from
got Mike
Shanahan.
McCarthy on the other side who don't know how to coach a bit. Like, that's why I want to lean more towards Mike because is he going to be that coach? It's just like, man, perfect regular season coach. He can get you 12 wins, but
The fun.
is it like the new age Andy Reid? Even though he has a Super Bowl, Andy didn't get it until he got Pat. Mike, until he had Aaron, had the same
True.
type of reputation. And now that he don't have somebody as great as Aaron that can run that offense and be like, all right, yo, like you can call something in, but guarantee you I'm gonna switch that shit up. Like,
I'm glad.
yeah,
I'm glad you said Andy Reid because this is where I'm gonna ask you to clear out for a second. Give me some space to get this shit off. Because Because I don't expect I expected exactly what you was gonna say is what you said because you love Alex Smith. Now, don't before you
Oh my God!
I
Stop bringing up
understand.
my
No, but
boy.
there
Like
that for
what?
me is the line. Alex Smith is the line of demarcation of what how you view the quarterback position and football in and of
you
itself.
you see people. He
I'm
always try to bring my views back to Alex Smith just
no
because
because
I
here
I give Alex Smith more
hold
and I
on, hold
love him more
on. Let
because he
me
played for
the
my
Chief, that's
city.
cool, but I'm
Like,
looking at the player, the actual football player on the field, past the jersey, past the red and gold, past Arrowhead, past all of that, right?
yeah, I get you.
There's two quarterbacks tied for the worst record of any quarterbacks that have played in 7 playoff games. Would you like to guess the two? You don't have to do that. I'll tell you. It's
Dak and
Alex Smith
Alex two
and
and five.
2-5. That's the worst.
Yeah,
That is the worst of any quarterbacks that have started 7 games in the playoffs. So obviously, I'm saying the problem is Dak. The problem, sadly, has always been Dak. And I think people have get so caught up
well,
in.
okay,
But hold on, I'm finna walk you right through it because right now we bringing Dak to the table the same way we brought V's to the table and broke all
okay,
this down. But
but
hold on,
the
hold on,
but
hold on, hold on, hold on.
I,
Let me walk you through some of this, right? Dak rookie year, 2016, they go to Green Bay, they play him in the playoffs, right?
yeah,
This is the game that basically everybody is just this is what everybody is holding on to still. 8 years
mm-hmm.
later, we still holding on to this same game. And I think it's pretty apropos that they play Green Bay again, and this might be the end of this whole thing. But Dez and Zeke were really they carried the entire game, right? Dak had 24 completions. Dez had 12 catches. Dak had 200 some yards. Dez had 100 some yards. He had half of the man's entire production. Uh,
Right,
at the end of this game, Dez gets the catch that wasn't a catch, and he reached over the
right,
goal line, and they said it wasn't a catch, and everybody makes it seem like okay, the game that was it. They're like that it ruined the game, but the defense could have got to stop. So Dak gets a little, I give Dak a pass for that one because the defense could have got to stop. There was 35 seconds left, and they were on like the 20-yard line, and they still drove. Aaron Rodgers drove the
uh,
field and got in field goal range
well,
in the game.
at
But hold on. People blamed the referees for that game. I'm fine with that one, right? 2018, Zeke and Amari carried Dak to their first win against the Seahawks, right?
mhm.
Dak had, here's, I'll just read you what I wrote 26 carries, 137 yards from Zeke. Amari had 106 yards and Zeke had 39. That combined is 145. Dak had 11 completions for 88 yards to everyone else in that game. The Cowboys got bailed out on the final drive to a DPI. And then Dak had probably his most impactful, like best playoff moment of all time. A 14-yard run on third down, 3rd and 14 with a minute and a half left. And he puts him in and he gets the first down and Zeke runs it in for a touchdown. They win the game by, I think, a point. 2018, the next game, though, the very next week they turn around. And this is where the whole like the Shannon Sharp empty calories stuff starts, right? Uh, they score on the opening drive. After they score on the opening drive, they go 4 plays, 21 yards punt. 3 plays, 5 yards punt. 9 plays, 37 yards punt. Three and out punt. And the Rams never punt, and it's 23-7. Okay, cool, right? I think at this point we're going into halftime, and Dak is 7 for 14, 82 yards and a touchdown. That sounds, it's cool. And then
Mm.
the rest of the game, Dak goes 13 for 18, 144 yards, a rushing touchdown, which would be cool. But the problem with that is after that whole thing, it's 15-30 with 7 minutes left in the fourth. And they can't stop the Rams from running the ball. They ran the ball 48 times for 273 yards,
Yeah, that's
right?
back when Todd Gurley
Todd
was
Gurley had
Todd
100
Gurley.
something. CJ Anderson had
Yeah,
135 yards.
yeah.
From that point on, Dak was 5 for 9, 40 yards, and an 8-yard sack on third down, and they only got one first down that entire time. They get a DPI on 4th and 3 with 3 minutes left, or else that game ends 15-30. You know what happens after that game? People blamed the defense, and the coaching. I mean, the defense was pretty bad though, because they gave up almost 300 yards rushing. So that one, but still, with 3 minutes left, Dak had the ball and didn't do nothing with it. Then you fast forward a couple years, you have the injury. Dak gets paid. You go through that whole thing, and then they meet the 49ers in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
In the first half, Dak goes 10 for 18, 78 yards and a touchdown. They're down 16-7. That's cool, not bad. Not you just not really doing anything. You know what I mean? That's the first half stuff. It's like, all right, you did
Adjustments, let's go.
Yeah, so that's going into the half. They go through the hole, they score again with 2 minutes and 42 seconds, down 23-17. Dak goes 1 for 5, 38 yards, and gets sacked on, I think, 3rd and long to end the game. They get the ball back with 14 seconds, down 6 again. Dak runs a draw right up the middle. The clock runs out. They try to spike it. There's that whole weird thing. And people blame the coaching. They blame McCarthy for calling the play, even though the entire drive before that last play, they had the ball with 3 minutes left, and Dak went 1 for 5 and took a sack on 3rd and long. So the next year, they played last year. Was that last year? Yes, last year. They played Brady and the Bucks, and Dak has an amazing game. He goes 305 for 4 touchdowns, and he wins his second playoff game of his career. Cool. That's cool. I don't have nothing negative to say there. Dak balled out. He killed the Bucks, killed Brady's career basically, and it's game over from there. Then you get the next game. They played the 49ers. You remember this game from last year, I'm sure, right?
Right.
Like the defense showed up. It was 19-12, but 16. Basically, this whole game, Dak had one good drive, right? And he went, I think, 6 for 6, and he had like 70. He had all 74 yards. I think he ran for 9 yards. And if you take that away, if you take that one drive away that was in like the third quarter, he went 16 for 31, 162 yards, and 2 interceptions. If you take that drive away, right? He threw 2 picks. After the second interception, with the game tied at 6 apiece, Dak went the rest of the game 9 for 19 and 109 yards, and they kicked 2 field goals. They had the ball down 7 with 3 minutes left, and Dak goes incompletion, sack, then they punt. And then they get the ball back, and that's the whole thing where Zeke is the center, and that's how the game ends. And the fans blamed, who do you think? Coaching.
Coach, probably.
Yeah. Even though we had the ball with 3 minutes left and our quarterback didn't complete a pass and got sacked.
But I get that, but
do you see there's a very clear theme here. Dak gets the ball with 3 minutes left in a one-score game and does nothing with it.
Okay, but I'm not okay. So this is where it gets kind of tricky because
wait, hold on. Do you think Dak had a good game on Saturday or Saturday, whenever it was?
No.
Okay.
No, because a lot of it was empty calories. It's that the score. I was sitting at the Applebee's waiting for the next game, eating with my brother, and I was just like, this game score looks way closer than what this game actually is if you actually watched it. Because like you had no hope in life unless you had money over or the under that this game was going to end how you wanted to or how it wanted to. Like it was just
you want to hear like, I have the stats. What? I have the stats for it. So he threw the pick 6, right? That puts him up 27-0. Before that, when it was 20-0, Dak had 3 completions for 26 yards and a pick already. After or up to and including the pick 6, he's 7 for 13, 61 yards, 2 interceptions. One is pick 6. That puts him it's 27-0 at that point. From then on out, he goes 34 for 47, 342 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Nothing to lose at that point. It's like, I gotta swing it.
If you look at it, it looks like, oh, they just had a good game and they just lost. But watching it, like it was over because to me, that's the thing. If you don't start off that
bad, the offense is so stale.
Yeah,
Like if you like it, I mean, it's still yes because hand to hand, he the quarterback. He has to, but there's no, there's not the offense like pre snap is so boring watching them.
yeah. But
It's just like
so was the Packers. The Packers don't do anything
no, the
exotic or
Packers was
exciting pre-snap.
no. But I'm
It ain't
saying
a whole
like
lot of
they
motion.
was
They don't have
yes,
a.
it is. Matt
It's not a
LaFleur
lot.
comes from a. It's more than what the Packers do. LaFleur comes from a Shanahan system. There's
Yes.
motions and pre-snap motions
Yeah,
in
but
there.
it's not crazy. It's not like the
The
Dolphins.
how much motions do you other than them sending Pollard to the sideline and then bringing them back in to the next to the quarterback? There's nothing like draws and somebody's coming back in and doing tight ends drawing in like how we do it with the Chiefs. It's none of that. It's boring. It's other we're gonna line. The thing about it is, I
But
think
what
they
if
said
I
it
call the game
on.
that way because I don't trust my quarterback?
No, you call if you don't trust your quarterback, you don't do that. You put him under center. You get a running back. You go play action. You run more. You put more motions to
I
where the
can't.
quarterback can
I'm
see.
down. I start the game off down 14-0 because my quarterback
Okay, what
threw
if you
three
start the game?
completions in
But the
three
thing about
drives.
or people don't understand if you start the game down 14-0, guess what? You still have three other quarters. You can still play the game as a normal football game. You don't have to rush. The
Yeah.
thing about it is, as Mike McCarthy tell Dak, we still sticking to the game plan. Don't rush.
What am
Let's
I
get this
missing
game
here?
back.
You
But
talking like Dak didn't throw two intercept? He threw
I,
two picks in a quarter and a half.
yeah, but the thing about it is when we watching the game and he goes up to CD Lamb when Dak threw two aired passes, talking to CD Lamb on the bench, he should have went to his quarterback and talked to. We should have seen video on him talking to his quarterback, not the receiver.
I don't want to talk to that nigga. He sucked.
But that
Hold on.
it
Wait,
ain't
wait.
you ain't talking about that. Well, I'm not gonna say,
The
but
other
I'm just
part
saying
too. So
as a
we gonna
receiver.
make it seem like how many times in this game did we see the shit the receivers run a route? Let's say they just running four quick outs. We in
Right.
2 by 2 and they just run four quick outs, right? How many times did we see? Okay, we ran. Dak didn't get the ball out, and the receivers just kind of stand there. Do they do that when you got Mahomes? Do you see the Texans
They
receivers doing that?
was.
Do you
They
see the
starting to move
Packers
now a little
receivers
bit
doing that?
at the beginning of the season. Yes, that's what we was complaining about a lot with
So
Mahomes
you
because
think
the
that's
receivers.
coaching? You think CD
No,
Lamb when Dak overthrows him
no,
on an easy slant, you think that's the coaching that
no.
they
That's
just like,
a.
oh, we getting
I said
bad
it's. I
plays
said it's.
called?
I said it's coaching because when Dak throws two aired passes to your receiver who leads the league in receptions and yards or whatever you want to say, he doesn't need to go up to the receiver and talk to him about whatever he talked about. He needs to go to the quarterback and calm him down. Like, and that's what I'm saying as a coach, like Mike
But
McCarthy,
hold on,
and the
what type
reason
of bizarro world am I in where
the
where
coach calming the quarterback down,
no,
the
where
coaches
the
can't do that no more.
quarterback throws terrible passes for an entire half, and we talking about the coach
I'm,
needs to get him together.
but
This is a
but
30-year-old man who been in the league for 8 years. He's not
I,
22.
it
He's not.
doesn't matter.
What are you
It
talking
doesn't
about?
matter
This is a
how some.
veteran quarterback who
Yeah,
played seven playoff games.
he's a veteran quarterback who played seven playoff games but never won one. There's
This
different.
why this is
There's
why
a
the
but no,
Cowboys
I'm just
don't
saying.
win shit. Because
No,
this is what everybody does.
I'm not.
You
But
cutting
no,
them slack.
I'm not cutting him slack. I don't. Like I said, I don't. I think if I was a Cowboy, if I was the owner who would go first, I think I would let both of them go. To be perfectly honest, who would go first?
I'm with you.
Both of them is leaving. I'm not giving Dak 60, and I'm not keeping McCarthy. But I'm just going strictly off what happened in that game. Just watching it, it's just like I feel like it would something had to happen during the week because everything was off with that Cowboys organization. Like during like that game period, coaching didn't seem right. Quarterback play didn't seem right. CD Lamb didn't seem like he was in it at all. Their highest receiver, their best receiver was Gallup, which ain't did shit all year.
Yeah.
Like so, like if
But
Gallup
that's
has to have
because
100 yards for you to win, then something is kind of off.
yeah, because this whole year Dak has these super inflated numbers. Why? Because he took a step up? No, because CD Lamb took a step up into like a top 5 receiver. Of course, if I can just spam him over and over again in the regular season. But what happens when you have
They
Jair
take in the playoffs.
Alexander?
They take your best. In the playoffs, they
Yeah,
take
and we can
what you
do it
do
easy
best
because we
out.
have one of the best corners in the league. We can do this easily. We can take your
Right.
guy out of the game. We just put a safety over the top and then let our guy just, hey, he finna lock him up. And what happened? He locked him up. Dak had you have other options. There was plenty of people open during the game. You can go back and look. There's plenty. He just
Oh yeah,
he
he
can't.
went off. I seen a couple plays where he went CD and all he had to do was wait a little bit. Had Ferguson on the corner, but he went off of it so quick
But what have I
that
been
it's just
saying?
like,
Why do I compare Alex Smith to Dak Prescott? It's the main. They play scared. You not playing to. They not
okay,
playing to
so
make the
this
right
that's that.
play. They not playing to win.
All
They
right. Listen,
playing
listen, listen.
to
What we're
not
not
fuck
gonna
up.
do. What we're not gonna do is one game that we count as Alex Smith L was really the defense fault. Because
One of
what?
one of Dak's L's was the defense fault.
Okay, so
That
then
don't
let's give him
change
up a
nothing
win.
though.
Like so,
But how many
no,
games? Okay, compare. Okay, so let's go to Mahomes. How many in 2018, 2019? How
okay,
many
well
times did the
they.
defense
I'm not
shit the
finna compare.
bed?
I'm not finna compare Mahomes to Dak and Alex Smith. That's why. See, this is what you want me to do. You want me to. You want me to. You throw in this absurd quarterback and just like let's go to Mahomes and compare him to Dak and Alex Smith. I'm not finna do it. Like you're not finna get me and snip it and put me
Is
on TikTok.
is
Like
Dak top
Mahomes and
10?
Dak.
Is Dak top 10? Because you've been saying all year he's easy top 10. Is he top 10 now? He's not top 10 because he had
I
one
think he
bad
is.
game.
I still think he's top 10.
I'm
I
still
still
I'm
think.
I'm still with my the same. There's no way you see that guy in the first quarter, in the
I still
second
think
quarter,
he's
and
top.
say he's a top 10 quarterback.
But the thing about it
He went 7 for 13
is
with 60 yards and
Baker
two picks.
is Baker Mayfield top 10 quarterback.
Fuck no.
All right, well look, he in a divisional round right now.
What does that have? What are we talking about?
You yeah, that's what because you asked
Baker
me.
Mayfield has played 2 playoff games.
Uh, no, he's not 2-0 in the playoffs. Stop it.
No, oh well, then 3.
I was like he's lost more. I don't know,
No,
whatever.
he 2 and
But
1. He only lost to Mahomes.
yeah,
They got one
but
and then they lost,
right, and then he won to
and
that.
now
So
he
yeah,
won this one.
but I'm just saying, like,
This is why Dak is never gonna get better. This is why the
okay,
Cowboys
so
never gonna
we
get
can't, but
better.
we
It
cannot
is Dak's
say
fault.
we
What
can't
other
say, but
organization do we not
we
blame?
can't
The Patriots
we
blame Tom Brady.
we okay,
We
so
can't
we blame
blame
it.
Dak.
We knocking Dak out the top 10 for making it to the
Dak
playoffs
was
and
never
being,
top 10.
but
To
the thing
me,
about it is, you're off your logic,
okay.
you and yet let's say he was a top 10 quarterback and he made it to the playoffs. And we knocking him off for making it to the playoffs rather than somebody who you think is top 10 but never did. Joe Burrow didn't make it, bar injury. Justin Herbert wasn't even on, barring injury, wasn't even on trajectory to make it to the playoffs. So a lot of these people that Trevor Lawrence lost the game to get to the playoffs, and a lot of people got him top 10. So
Yeah,
what are we
I'm
doing
not
here?
sure if Trevor
So
Lawrence is really that good, to be
I
honest.
it's only but listen, 60 quarterbacks done played this year. 10 of them have to be top 10. Like, so what are we
Yeah,
doing? Like
you're right. You're right.
so and it's just like look,
But hold
Browning
on,
had
hold
a
on.
five
No,
game sample. So
but see,
what are we doing
wait.
here?
This is why. Let's stick to what we talking about before we take it to the different art. Now we arguing a different thing, right?
No, I'm not.
Who
I'm
is
just
to
saying
blame for
you
this
asked.
game?
I
It's
said
Dak Prescott.
I think it's a shared blame and both of them need to leave.
I'm okay with that.
I think it's a shared blame.
But to
Dak probably need 6 years. What 6 years in? He probably need to
eight,
lose
eight.
8 years and playing for the Cowboys. Maybe he don't need to be in with a starter. Maybe go to Atlanta where it's
I've been
less
saying this.
less
This is exactly what I've
volume.
been saying. He's
Yeah,
scared. He's a quarterback that plays scared in the team that it gets watched handedly the most. They are the most popular sports franchise in the fucking world. And your quarterback is a guy who's scared to play the Packers with a 7-0 lead. He came out, he had before the first pick, he had 3 completions for 26 yards. That's the second quarter.
yeah,
What are we talking? And the Packers defense is fucking awful.
yeah.
If you take Jair Alexander out of that defense, they're just nothing.
You could have literally just had CD play outside. Say CD, we're not targeting you at all. We about to do everybody else, and just has just Zaire over there just holding them.
it's just like, to me, listening to stuff
Half of
and
that is
looking at
coaching.
Twitter and everything and just seeing people are blaming for this loss. The common theme in my whole diatribe was everybody gets blamed but Dak. Every year, everybody gets blamed but Dak. People are trying to blame Jerry Jones for the Cowboys' loss this week. The owner, the owner,
You ain't
not
getting
the
out of that one.
quarterback that threw 2 picks and a pick six and put the team up 30-0 before the
Yeah,
half.
well, that
Not
pick
that
six was
guy.
horrible. You stared down a slant from the inside
The
when they
first pick
doubling your
was the
dude
same
already.
thing. You watched him the whole way. Jair watching you watch him, and you just throw it straight to him. He just, all right, I'm gonna take it. This is mine. Just bullied
Yeah, it
him.
was.
Bro, that stuff that is Dak. I don't understand the idea that's not scheme. If I call all slants, it's not that you throwing a pick to a dude to the corner who's I know the ball's coming. He know the
Yeah.
ball. Everybody know the ball coming except the quarterback. Think nobody else understands this. That's not scheme. Like, these things are not scheme. I don't care how bad the play call is, bro. If you go fucking three for three for like eight or whatever it was, stupid, like, that's you. At some point,
Yeah.
you just do like what like Pat do. I'm just fuck it. I'm just run for 4 plays straight. We've seen that. We're just like, all right, nobody's. I'm just gonna run for 3 straight plays, and whatever happens, or I'm just gonna start. We seen this. We've seen good quarterbacks go through what you talking about, and it don't get handled the way Dak handles it. I'm sorry to
Yeah.
drag Alex Smith into it again, like I did, but
That's
that's the
it, my
perfect.
boy.
They are the
Out.
same person. Dak and him are the same. They'll win you 12,
Listen,
13,
Al.
14 games a year and then get in the playoffs and just, I'm scared. I'm scared.
Listen,
I
Alex.
don't know what to do.
I ain't gonna
I
disrespect
can't
you,
throw
Alex.
right. I
But
can't throw to
anyway,
the right.
before we go on a tangent with the Cowboys and Packers, because we already
Oh, I
know how
got one more
Carve
stat I
is.
wanted to get off. I have two more things I wanted to get off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bringing the convoys back out. Sorry. The other thing is too. This is how it's so ridiculous, right? I love Jordan Love. I think Jordan Love has the potential to be a great quarterback in the future, right?
Mm-hmm.
But people are also, Cowboys fans included, are doing the thing where, wow, here's your next greatest quarterback right here. We
We lost
saying
to a great quarterback.
Jerry Jones is the reason they lost because he won't shut up, and Jordan Love is the next Brett Favre just off one game. This is what people do. These are the lengths people, and I love Jordan Love. I'm not saying that. I'm saying he could be very good for a long time. Not, not the new Mahomes, right? But that's the lengths people keep continuing to jump through for Dak Prescott, and I hate to say it. It's sad as it is. I think, you know what? I'm not even gonna do that. I was gonna say I think Jalen Hurts is gonna start to move in that same direction where
Yeah, I was
people,
just about.
but he been
That's why
hurt.
we need to get. No, I
He
don't.
been hurt.
Fuck that. No,
So you feel
not
like
gonna
that
do
with,
it.
but I'm there.
Not
I'm
about to
almost
do
there.
it.
I'm almost there. I'm there to the point where I was like, I don't know. But we can, the other stat I wanted to get off, Jordan Love, touchdown to interception ratio when leading in the game, 15-0.
Yeah, he was 21 and 1 coming into this last game.
Yeah. In December, he was 11 touchdowns to one interception, 69% completion percentage. Yeah.
Been getting off.
Dak
Let's see what
10
San Fran got going on.
Dak 10 touchdowns to 6 interceptions when trailing. Not good. Not good.
Mm.
Compared to Mahomes, the other stat that I attached to that was Mahomes last year when trailing 17-4. So
Mm.
a little bit different. But I think this is out of order, but fuck it. We'll just go straight. So let's talk about the Eagles because I feel like you had a very visceral, very strong reaction to
I did.
saying Jalen Hurts' name. I didn't even say what I was gonna say. I just said his
Me,
name.
yeah, I know because wait, people don't understand. Carve always send me a list that I
Yes.
have to, read and have my takes for just for this right here. And
Mm-hmm.
the first question is, which is the question, is Hurts mid?
Yes.
Yes. I don't even know. I don't even understand. Like I
Oh,
just don't even understand what's going on because half his touchdowns this year is he's getting pushed
yeah,
by grown men from behind him.
yeah.
So it's just like, but when they actually need him to be a quarterback, he's not quarterbacking, or
I'm.
he.
I think
So,
Nick Wright has the perfect take. If you came out of high school and you were okay,
oh yeah,
and you were played in college and you were okay, and a freshman was two a freshman, sophomore, whatever. Two was younger than you by like a year,
yeah,
by almost 2 years,
and you
maybe
got
3 years,
benched.
and you got benched and you had to transfer and go to another school. You was okay. You come into the NFL, and when you start, you were not good. I can't even say, oh, you weren't okay. You were not good. Then you have
No.
no, you had 2 years, right? Yes, last year was his third year,
Yeah,
correct?
last year was third year. Yep,
So then you have 2 years where you're not good, and people going into the year before last were wondering, can Jalen Hurts even play quarterback in the league? Then you come
that's
in
what.
last year and light the league on fire, and now all of a sudden we're supposed to believe that's who you are and that's who you'll be forever.
Well,
And
last year, if people don't realize this, well, not this year, obviously, but last year is when they made the big uh draft day splash AJ Brown trade.
that's true. Yeah.
So just like nobody got tape on AJ Brown, the Eagles system,
Mm-hmm. And you get
new
on top of
coach.
the tush
Then
push.
they had the tush push wasn't even in last year because that's wasn't even a thing. The tush push was new this year. So it
No,
was
they
AJ
was doing it
Brown.
last year.
No, they wasn't.
They no,
They
that's
didn't
when it's
do.
they did the tush push last year.
They didn't do it in the Super Bowl.
I don't think no, because they was getting smoked. They was getting their boots smoked by the goat. You ain't no. No,
Nah, I
they
don't
did it
think the
once.
tush
They
push.
did it once.
I don't think it was a thing last year.
I
That was good. That's why I was so. That's why a lot of teams started doing it this year, getting into the middle. Say, I don't think it was a thing last year.
let me see.
But no, I think they just. I would say
It
I
was
really think
wild
that.
successful Eagles since they made it a regular part of their offense in 2022. Yeah, its inception was 2022, so the year before last.
I don't see. I don't
Or
remember
no, no,
them
I
ever
mean
doing
last
it.
year. Last year, yeah. The 2022-2023 season, that's when
Right,
it
right, right,
became
right.
like the big thing. That's why he was an MVP candidate last year. And they was talking about, oh, he better than Mahomes and doing that whole thing because the tush push had him having whatever it was, like 20 touchdowns, whatever it was, even more than it was this year. But
Yeah,
yeah, but the tush push, AJ Brown, Devontae
yeah.
Smith comes into
And
his
Devontae
own.
Smith comes in, and then you got
The
if I'm
whole
not
defense was
mistaken,
going crazy.
yeah, yeah. And they had the number one defense. So I
Mhm.
mean,
So we in
but
agreement
I
there
just
that eh,
he's it's a reason why I don't think AJ Brown gonna be there too much longer. Like I don't know what his contract looking like. Didn't really look into it, but probably be requesting a trade sometime if he's on contract mid next year.
well, here I
Like,
have here's like the TikTok clip it up thing. Is he just Justin Fields on a good team?
huh?
Is he just Justin Fields but on a good team? Like the Cowboys are bad, we know that. The Eagles are good, we know that. Is there a difference between them? Really?
I mean the Bears.
No, I mean, is there a difference between Hurts and Fields?
Yeah, Fields run better.
I was just gonna say Fields is faster and runs the
It
ball,
runs
actually
better, I
runs the
guess.
ball.
I actually might edge stronger arm than Fields.
Okay, I
I
can see
think
that.
Fields have. I think Hurts might have better accuracy.
Yeah,
Uh,
probably. So slightly better arm. That's what we're saying. Slightly better arm, a lot worse athlete. Like 70%
maybe
of the
a better,
athlete.
yeah, but maybe a better like locker room guy,
I don't
captain, and
believe
things
that.
like that.
I don't believe that.
I don't know him from apples to oranges. I'm just saying, like from how they portray him, how I see him, as well, like what I can see of him.
Mhm.
Uh, seems like and he's old. I feel like if I don't know their ages right now, but I feel like he's older than Justin Fields. So maybe they
Yeah.
came in the same year,
Oh, he's
but
definitely older
no,
than
no, no,
him.
he's like a couple years older than him actually. Just
Yes.
Hurts been in what 6 years, and Justin Fields been in three, 5 and
Jalen
three,
Hurts
something like that.
is 25.
27 and late
He about to
25
turn.
and
He turns 26 in the beginning of next season.
okay. And
Justin
then
Fields is probably
has to be like
22, 23.
24.
He's 20. He turns 25 in March. So they're not really that
So
much.
they're the
They're actually
same
the same
age.
age. Yeah. They a
So
year
one just
apart.
came out. Someone just came out earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So
But to me,
well,
I don't
I
that whole hold on, because that whole locker room thing, I think honestly, the dry, yeah, we gonna get back and we're gonna get in the lab, we're gonna work hard. We might have lost, but I think that prepares you for the next time when it's time to win. I think that whole lack of emotion, dry, I'm super stoic and nothing bothers me, just a weird lack of emotion, I think is exactly the problem. I think that's exactly the problem with this Buccaneers game. Y'all came out with no feelings, no emotion, knowing y'all was ass, no hope, there's no rah-rah. Like, I'm cool with my quarterback being not Baker Mayfield style of like I'm headbutting guys and talking
right.
crazy. Like, I'm cool with that, but I'm not cool with just he's like Russell Wilson. To me, Russell Wilson and Jalen Hurts is the same thing. Just a attaboy, let's go, guys. We'll get him next time. Come on, let's get it. Come on, guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing real to it. There's no realness, feeling, emotion, nothing to that shit. And I think that's exactly the problem now. Is like you have a mix of really old guys. Half your team is really old 35-year-old
Right.
old guys and really young rookie second, third year guys. And my leader
Right.
can't just be a guy who stands in the corner and makes the same face and goes, "Hey, I believe that we can get him. We can do what if we do what we got to do, we can do what we do."
It's
That shit
definitely
is no. The cliche
not a
bullshit is
gender, but
terrible.
it's definitely an age gap in their locker room
Yeah.
this year. So
But I just don't think that guy can clear that gap if all you do is say, "Hey, if we do what we got to do, we can do what we always do, which is do what we
okay,
do."
so
Like no, like no.
and this goes on to their coach not trying to be the villain of the NFL and be a goddamn coach
On top of that,
because he won his Super Bowl when he beat the Chiefs. And I think once he beat the Chiefs, then it was just like, all right, I think my job
we
is safe
good.
this year. Like I ain't gonna get fired. We could suck the rest of the year, which they did, and he still think he gonna have a job because that's the mentality he has.
Hmm.
And that's what he portrays on TV as well. Because I don't know him from sticks and stones, so it's just like he portrays as in like,
There's
oh,
a
if I keep this persona and I go up there, head up, and worry about my team gonna make sure I'm back next year. Your team don't make sure you back. Your team can 100% tell your owner they want you, and your owner gonna be like, "Do y'all want to lose again like this next year?" Like,
I just
just
that shit is hilarious. And then
both.
when it's all spiraling and you're like, my team got my back, and you turn and you go, right, Jalen? And he just goes, yeah, if we do what we do, we always gonna do what we gotta do. That's what we
Yeah,
do.
or it
And you
goes to
just
the
like, okay, cool.
you
And then
go
you
to
got
your
AJ Brown yelling at everybody. It's like,
you got AJ Brown like I ain't gonna say nothing. Jalen's just monotone and Kelsey like I don't really play for the
I'm
team no more.
old.
I retired.
I'm out of here. I got a good podcast job. Like, I'm done for,
And Fletcher
guys.
Cox probably will be in the NFL next year, but not for the
He's
Eagles.
right behind, and he's right behind Kelsey. He's
He
knocking
can
on that
literally go
same
be like a
door.
rotational guy somewhere next year and live.
Oh
He can
yeah,
go somewhere on a Super Bowl team, be
he
a
can
rotational guy, and play 2 more years.
pull the Indomitian Sue and just go to whatever good team is
Yeah,
good that
I mean,
moment.
hey, I wouldn't. Hey, mark this down, tab it up. Chris Jones
Uh,
leave, Fletcher Cox to the Chiefs.
I don't want that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm cool. But
Hey,
here's
I'm
a
just saying,
here's a
cheaper
question to
DT.
you. Do you think that do you subscribe to the idea of the brain drain theory of
The two coordinators being gone.
yeah, you at the beginning of last
Yeah,
year, you move
I
up Steichen to
actually,
call plays, and then when he leaves, the team's bad again.
I
Like,
actually do believe in like certain coordinators like getting the best out of quarterbacks.
oh
If you
yeah,
see, like Dayball with Josh Allen,
yeah,
his least turnover career in season with Dayball, he left, turnovers went back up. Went to Daniel Jones and turnovers went down.
yep.
So I do feel like
Or Joe Brady right now with the Bills, same thing. Fire the
Joe,
coordinator, all of a sudden they're a good team
right,
again.
and then and you can even go Pat Mahomes as great as he is. No Eric Bieniemy.
And look what
Go to
happened that whole year.
Go to
Yeah.
Sam Howell. Sam Howell might have had a lot, got sacked a lot, but his passing yards was
His
top
production
five
was
in the
crazy.
NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Production was crazy, and he bring in Matt Nagy, who's never been good on the offense. What I ain't gonna say never because back when he was the OC in 2017, he actually was pretty good, which is why I got him a head coach job with Alex Smith as quarterback. But anyway,
I mean, that's a good point.
so,
I mean, wait,
but
do you? But I mean,
I
do you
so I
subscribe to
do
that on defense too?
I think I do because it's I've heard now I don't know on the offensive side. Well, it probably is on the defensive side. Scheme on defense is defensive
Even
coordinators
more important.
yeah, because especially in the middle of the season, what the Eagles did,
True.
dropping ADC and then bringing Matt Patricia, and just like that's a whole different scheme, whole different like feeling. Whole,
Yeah.
like, what do you want me to do? Like,
Uh,
I'm usually right here, but you want me to be right here? Like, and then
and
if
do
I'm not
what?
right here, then
Rotate with the other
yeah,
guy the other
yeah,
way? We used to do it this way, but now you want me to
exact. And
rotate?
he's the signal caller, but now he's the signal caller. Like it's just like,
Ugh.
and now you want me to start this whole thing over again. And we know how hard Matt Patricia is because who tree does he come under? Belichick. So he
Yeah.
wanted his way and his way only.
And then that's how you
So
get 219 yards after the game.
exactly. So
These guys
yeah,
are
I
just like, I
think
don't even want to do this anymore.
I, I've
I don't even
never
want to
been
do
a
this.
big fan of maybe firing. I've never been a big fan of firing coaches during the season, especially when you that like 10-1, like, especially when you're trying to run to the play. Not if you 3-10, obviously y'all not making it to the playoffs.
It don't even matter.
But
Yeah.
if it has something to do with the playoff run, I wouldn't do it. Just like we're gonna have to sit down and do a big talk, and we could do it at the end of the season. We could see what the season play out, and we can fire you. But I'm not finna be 9-4 running on a run to the playoffs, and we about to be like, okay, the change is OC.
Fire Spags. Yeah, you're just like, what the
It's like
fuck is
what?
this?
It's like that's not because maybe the defense loves Spags, maybe the defense doesn't. We don't know, but we don't know
Mm-hmm.
how they're gonna react to it either. So
That's
just
so
let it go.
crazy.
Let it. I don't think. I think that switch. They thought it was gonna be better with Matt Patricia, and it actually got like what's
Way
crazy is
worse.
they run defense was good. No, pass defense was good. Run defense was horrible, and then it just flipped with Matt
Complete, and
Patricia.
it just yeah.
It's just like now
Let's
pass defense is bad,
let's
which
give
is
some
I would
love.
rather have a bad pass. I would rather have a bad run defense over a bad pass defense,
Oh,
in
right
my
now,
opinion,
yeah. Oh, of course, hands
because
down.
it's a passing offense.
Yeah,
I
you
mean, a
had Baker
passing
go
league.
for bro 337 yards, 3 touchdowns, and Mike Evans didn't even play good. That should
No,
tell you all you
I
need to
know
know
how
about
because I
that
had
shit.
him for 4 catches and he didn't even get that.
Yeah, he was terrible. I had him for 50 yards. I don't even know. I don't think he didn't hit that.
He could have. He could have. If he would have caught one of them long ass balls that he dropped.
But that's the thing. If I told you, hey, hold on, let me look because there's another thing. Yeah, if I told you Rashad White didn't really go crazy, he had 72 yards, and Mike Evans had 3 catches for 48 yards, you would be like, oh, they got completely blown out. That'd be my first thought. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
Rashad White didn't have 130 yards, and Mike Evans didn't get off, and Godwin didn't get off. It's like, oh, they got blown out. They lost
that's
easy.
that, and that tells you how bad their defense really is when you talking about the second and third. Otten had like 8 catches.
Otten,
Who?
Moore, Trey Palmer.
Like my brother, we was at Applebee's. He was like, I need to bet on. He said, I feel like betting on tight ends is like the go to in the NFL because we was talking about betting. I was like, yeah, I mean, you can't get wrong for the tight end getting
Depends
three,
on
four
who.
catches a
Yeah,
game, right? And he was like, and then all of a sudden he was like, who? He was like, who's the Bucks tight end? I was like, I wouldn't bet on it. I don't even know his name.
don't even know his. I didn't.
I
Nope.
don't even. And then all of a sudden
Hey, the man.
Otten here,
He had
Otten
eight
there. I'm like,
catches.
this man got 8 catches. I'm like, what is going on? Like, who
He
is
went
this guy?
crazy.
I'm like,
But
I look at sports, I talk sports, like I know sports,
don't
and
even
I
know
didn't
it.
know who the fuck Otten is.
I
Like,
know random backup tight ends didn't even know who the fuck Otten was till this game was like, oh shit, okay, that's their tight end. Like, could have fooled me, could have fooled the fuck out of me.
could have
But the
fooled me
perfect
at
perfect
all.
example of how bad the Eagles and we're trying to give love to the Bucks. It's still shitting on the Eagles. This is how bad it was. But the perfect encapsulation of that whole game and their whole defense this whole year was that Trey Palmer run.
Oh yeah.
And the corner whiffed. The safety came across, broke down on him, and whiffed completely. Didn't even grab a shoestring.
I don't even think he smelled his sweat, his
No,
must at
nothing.
that time. He's just like,
He just
oh,
completely walked past him and he just fell. And I was
I
like,
give you
okay,
10K, bro, if you let me score. All right.
boy. Well, let's get to the good old
You
Kansas
know,
City Chiefs.
the frozen tundra.
Tyreek, what did I write? Tyreek and Tua tumble in the tundra. I was trying to write fucking headline shit and they ain't even use none of these, but yeah, Tyreek and Tua tumble in the tundra. They lose 7-26 in the officially third or fourth coldest game of all time.
Mm.
I'm pretty sick of people being like not enough for the offense.
Yeah,
Granted,
bro.
they didn't score in the red zone, but we're almost 30 points, and it was just like nope, not good enough.
I was, and then
What? They scored seven. The whole year, everybody touted the Dolphins as the best offense in the league. They have the most explosive players off in the league. The defense holds them to seven. People go, that's not good enough. They didn't play good. Mahomes didn't play good. He just had 250 and what, two touchdowns?
no one touchdown and a big run on fourth down.
Yeah,
This is
260. You add the rushing yards together. He had 300 yards and a touchdown, no picks, no fumbles, no nothing. But he that's not good enough. 300 yards and a
no,
touchdown, not good enough.
no, because
You need to score
they used to
40. It needs
he
to be
needs to score
40 to
40.
39, and we would be
No.
happy. Like
Yeah,
this is so crazy.
because they're it's weird because they so used to not seeing a great quarterback have a great defense. Oh wait, that's only 18 years in Tom Brady's career.
Bruh.
So I just don't understand. Like, are we confused or did the Patriots not hold the best offense in the Super Bowl with the Rams 13-3, and we all
Yeah.
was sitting there thinking like,
Look
this
how
is the
good
worst
Tom
Super
Brady.
Bowl this is the worst Super Bowl we've ever seen. But
Yeah.
Tom Brady won it with the
Look
top
how good
defense, and
he is.
everybody's like, "Oh, he has his sixth ring."
He's the
It was
GOAT.
he scored 3 points.
What
Oh,
is
my fault, 13 points.
Yeah, that shit is so crazy to me. I
And we,
don't understand the idea behind it.
it's just once again we say it all the time. They're prisoners of the moment, and the moment with Pat is not this year is his career, and we all prisoners in his career, which means he has to be the best player all time every time. Even if he is the best player,
Yes.
if it doesn't live up to his best game, then
He has to be 2018 Pat at all times.
yeah, he
That's
has
what it's come down to.
5,050. He got to be 5,050 every year. If he's not, then why is Pat Mahomes like even been mentioned?
I
So it's and
I listen,
I
bro.
seen it coming. I seen it coming. Once I seen the weather coming in, because we live here, so we know what's going
Yeah.
on. And I watched Tua in the game before the playoffs in the same type of weather, and his arm strength did not make it
It's
anywhere. I
not
think I said that
convert.
in last
Yeah.
podcast. I'm like, his arm strength isn't going to make it in that
Uh-uh.
type of weather. It didn't. Underthrew the only touchdown he threw
That's
was
underthrown.
underthrown.
That's the only reason he fucking got that shit. You want to
It's
like
just like,
something nasty? I heard somebody. Now, granted, I was listening. I mean, I listened to a show today, earlier this morning, and their reaction for the Chiefs Dolphins game was like, yeah, they beat the Dolphins. Okay. Like, whoa, wait. It's like,
yeah, 3 weeks ago the Dolphins is the
what
one seed.
happened? Yeah, like they was just a one seed. This was one of the we were debating. I mean, granted, there was a lot of people saying, are they good because they can't beat good teams and blah blah blah. But like, how did we go so far from the Dolphins could compete for a title to, of course, the Chiefs beat them? Duh. Like the Chiefs are just so much better than them.
Especially when everybody was saying the Chiefs are they're very vulnerable. They're the most beatable team in the playoff run and X, Y, and Z. Even though we got to, and it's so weird because and I don't want to sound like a homer too much, but
Mm-hmm.
it seemed like we've been having too much like a lot. Like, the adjustment's been flipped, kind of, as in just like every time we win, we supposed to, but every time we lose, we're not supposed to, but they see
Yeah.
it coming. So
Yeah.
it's kind of weird.
You're in a catch 22.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, of course they won. They the Chiefs. Oh, Oh, of course they lost. Well, they haven't been good this year, but they wasn't. So I wasn't seeing that come. It's just like a
Yeah.
lot of just weird stuff coming in. It's just like what do y'all want us to be? Just tell us. Like y'all don't even know what y'all want us to be yet. So that's
Mm-mm.
why every week it's just so mixed.
Because
As in just
people are scared of saying the Chiefs can't win. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are not good. People are scared of that. And we've pushed it
yeah,
further and further down. Now we're in the
it's
playoffs.
supposed to be that
We're
though.
here. We're
Like
in the playoffs now. There's
right, and
nothing
they
left.
scared,
There's nowhere to
and then
hide.
and there's no Tom Brady to knock us off our leash. So it's just like
But
it's just
watch how and it's that time of week. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we'll
everybody
get
about to start
all
leaning towards the
the
Bills. Oh, I
it's
can't
all
wait till
the
that line get up to
previews.
4.5 for the Bills.
It just
Because all
it's
y'all
up to
spearing
3.
that. I can't wait till it get up to 4.5 with the Bills. Because everybody said 2.5, the Bills. Okay, bet. Starting the money, start spurring in. Everybody like, all
Oh
right, 3. What y'all gonna
god.
take with 3? 3.5, maybe?
What
Okay,
is
good
the
job.
difference? What is the difference between one team that where it's 24-17 with the Steelers, but
There's no
somehow
difference.
and somehow that is this magical team that
It,
is so amazing and they played so great and the quarterback went above and
wait,
beyond, but somehow he had 50 less total yards than the other quarterback, but he had
because
4
one can
touchdowns to be
because
fair.
one is big and can run, and he had one magical run. But the thing about it is, Pat Mahomes had one too on fourth down. He just didn't
Yeah.
score. But it
And
was a
a
big fourth
30-yard
down
run.
run.
Yeah.
It was a big fourth and four. If we didn't get that run, then that game probably could have flipped momentum.
But I just don't get
Like I just I
why is the bias so bad? I know we're Chiefs fans.
they,
We literally have Chiefs hats on right now.
no,
Like,
but we watch it. We see
but
the bias with the. It's been
what
like
is
this
it?
the last 5 years with the Bills.
Why? Why is it so bad though? Like this
They
one didn't make
want
sense. It's the Steelers.
you know what they want? They want that. They don't want the Josh. They don't want the Pat Mahomes and Burrow uh rivalry. They really want the Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes rivalry. That's what they really want.
This is the same
So
thing,
they
but people
like
forget 3-4 years ago before Josh Allen turned into the guy who was even he wasn't making the playoffs. They weren't even a winning team for what 2 years. People was doing that with Lamar. We forget, but that was the exact people. Oh, you guys are scared of Lamar. No, no. Lamar never made it to get to play play in a meaningful game against the Chiefs.
yeah.
It's just it was the same thing. It's like we just want people want I think part of it is people want the unicorn guy to be the
Yeah.
guy.
I
And
got
sometimes he's not.
I got into it with my brother this morning too. It's just so crazy. He was like, "Well, the Bills got our number." I'm like, "Maybe in the regular season." I said, "But in the playoffs, no, they don't." He was like, "We only win by one score." I was like,
So
"Dude,"
what?
I said, "It's the playoffs. Win and go to the next round." I said, he was like, "Okay, but do we do it?" I said, "We went to the last 5 AFC championship
Yeah.
games, and the only
You
team that
tell
beat
me.
us was the Patriots and the Bengals." Like, I just don't
Mhm.
understand, like, where's this and that's why he's like, y'all do this every year as Chiefs fans. No, y'all do it. Y'all make it seem like the Bills we played the Bills 5 years in a row in the AFC championship game, and we haven't.
No.
The Bills has not been there. We've been there, but y'all anointed these people to make it seem like they've been to 2 Super Bowls and we've been to 3 and we fighting to go to the next one or something. Like, when has these dudes won a Super Bowl in the past, like, 30 years? I don't know. When the last
I
time they
don't
went
know.
to the Super Bowl? Jim Kelly, the last year when they went 4 in a row and they didn't even win one. Like, so it's just like, I'm just so confused on when they became this, like,
The Chiefs,
juggernaut. Wasn't
we
they
have
just a team everybody counted out?
bro, we played them twice. That's it.
Yes. In the
That's it.
playoffs, it was 48-36 and then 24-38.
38. What the fuck? So one game we blew them out. The other game
Yes.
was the
We went
13 seconds
overtime.
game.
Exactly.
And somehow they're this magical because they win their Super Bowl in the regular season. I'm pretty sure that's only been twice. If I'm correct, they've only beat us
No,
in the
they beat
regular.
us 3 years in a
Has it
row.
been 3 times? I guess they beat
Yeah,
us
it's
this
been three
year. So
times.
that's this year makes it.
Because,
Yeah.
yeah, I would say because those 2 years we won, we beat them in the regular season, which I've brought up too. I was just like, you realize every time they beat us in the regular season, we beat them in the playoffs.
That's a good
It
point.
and it was, and then it was, if I'm not mistaken, that was the same game where Travis Kelce had the lateral to Kadarius Toney, and they called it back, and we would have won that game.
This shit is so
24. It was 2017. We lost 2017 in that game. That was the magical toe over the line offsides call against Kadarius Toney.
So wait, hold on. I'm looking at this shit now. So they got us 2017. That was the last one. Last year
Yeah.
they beat us in October 24 to
Yep.
20.
Right.
And then
They blew us out one year.
2021, 38 to 20, but then the playoffs later was the 13 seconds game.
Right.
And then 2020, 26-17. So that's the whole Josh Allen. Since the Josh Allen era, it's 2-3.
Yeah, but our two games matter.
That's a good point. They playoff games.
It's like our two games matter. Our two games make a legacy, and
That is
his three games
hilarious.
is what like because you really want to pull up
No, it's
Peyton
three
Manning's
and three. It's actually
you
3-3.
because do you want to pull up Peyton Manning's regular season record against Tom Brady? Everybody gonna be like, oh wait, who's actually better than Tom Brady? What did he do? Just beat him in the playoffs every year.
So here we somehow we managed to get to the Bills without getting to the Bills. The Bills beat the Steelers 31-17. It was actually a little like I heard somebody saying, "Oh, it was never that close." Yeah, they never really had a chance because it's Mason Rudolph, but it was closer
Right.
than
If they had
was supposed to be.
it was, and if they had a competent quarterback,
They would have,
look, if
yeah,
what
it
if anybody,
would have been a real game.
If Mason Rudolph, and this comes down to coaching. I'm in the red zone, second down. I'm not giving my quarterback throwing a fucking hitch to the pylon from the middle of the field in that condition at Mason Rudolph. I'm
Yeah.
not doing it. I'm
They
I'm not
said
doing it.
they said Kyer Elam didn't never even seen the ball. He just threw it so perfectly to Elam that he never even seen the ball coming to him until he had it.
I'm not giving my third string quarterback on second down and 5, second and goal actually from the 5-yard line, outside the numbers hitch route. I don't care who the DB is. Like you know what I'm going to do?
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to Najee Harris to bruise this motherfucker in 3 times in a row. If not, then I might just kick the field goal
Kick the
and get the
field goal,
points.
take the points, and
Yeah,
live
yeah.
life. Keep
But I'm
going.
not gonna. I'm not gonna have Mason Rudolph. Did you think that was a smart play? I don't think it was
No,
smart at all. Even
I
if
don't
it
think
was
so. What
drawn
was they
up,
on like the 5 or the? It was
yes.
like right there on the 5 or
I don't
10.
listen. I don't think
I
Mason.
mean, you got Mason
And if you
Rudolph.
watch him,
He didn't play bad though. To be
he
fair,
didn't. But if you watched him play the last 3 weeks, every time he fucks up, he's throwing outside the numbers.
Yep.
He's good inside the middle of the field. Pat Fairmount, the quick slants to Pickens and DeJounte Johnson is there. Maybe quick screens. Anything outside the number, he always manages to mess it up.
I would love to see
Like
that next gen, his passing chart.
he's not. Does, especially in that weather. He's not Pat. He's not Josh. Guess what? I get if Baltimore don't got good weather by the time the playoffs come, I doubt Lamar Jackson start passing outside the numbers. He's not going to do it because they don't have the arm strength for it. You talking about they have to throw maybe 10 to 12, 15 yards to the sideline to get to their quarterback on a rip before this corner comes down and knocks it down.
Bro, so he went 22 for 39, right?
Mm-hmm.
He has this is I'm gonna just count the incompletions and the funniest thing is all his shots to the outside are to the right. So they know like we can't even ask him to like we can't even ask him. The pick was to the left on the outside. Yeah. That's the funniest part. That's what I was just gonna say. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This one's like 11-ish. 11 attempts to the outside, kind of. Hold on, I wonder. Let me just pull
outside the numbers. Just do outside the numbers.
Let me pull this in and see if I can put this on screen because I think we should look at that too. This is just funny to see. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
So you can see here, like he has the 5 shots
right
to the boundary, and then you have the 2. Those are screens, but that's why I was like, I don't know. You can't. You're not counting the screens as an outside pass because that's obviously
no.
That's
yeah, it's
3 yards from the line of scrimmage.
I'm talking where a corner can actually drive. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's what, 7 kind of then?
5, 6, 7. He
Yeah,
completed. That's 5 on the incomplete on the right, on my right, and then you got
yeah.
the one complete down the field, and then that red one is is
That's
that
the
the pick?
pick. Yep.
Yeah,
And then the other green one, the other one at the
yeah, the one
20-yard
at
one
the
to the
top. So
left.
yes, he was
7.
2.
Let
Well,
me
my
see.
fault. 1 for 7 with a pick on the outside of the
I
numbers.
went to the outside.
I mean, you can see it. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah. It's right there.
like.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
That's
even
what's
if you
funny. I
watch
was
the
like, let me go look at the
games,
chart because that's
he's not. He cannot throw outside the numbers, and I wouldn't have did it in those conditions at
they
all.
they didn't really ask him to. That's the funny part. He
I would
threw
have.
7 out of 39 was to the outside.
Okay, granted, people, I'm kind of mad because I did have Najee Harris's anytime touchdown. They should just gave it to him 3 times, but still, I'm not telling Mason Rudolph to do that right there. Just
That's fair.
tell
Yeah.
him I'm just gonna run. If it's I'm doing rub routes and curls for my tight ends, rub routes for my receivers. If it's not there, throw it away. Take the points because that literally turned in because that was what 14-7 at that point or 14-0.
Let me
It was
look.
14-0 at that point
Yeah,
because then they
14-0.
scored
Yeah.
and it went 21-0. That would have been at least 14-3 and some type of momentum, but then you
So
let them
yeah.
get up 7. So it's 21-0. And then at the end of the oh my God. Talking about coaching. Let's get on this. They take a sack, 2nd and 17, 35 seconds, and y'all got 3 timeouts and you don't call a timeout, and then you call a timeout with 2 seconds left. I'm sitting there screaming at the TV, timeout, timeout, timeout. Like, what is going
Well, no,
on?
because I get that though, because you didn't want to call the timeout, not what punt it.
But
You're gonna punt it
they
when.
didn't have a punter at that time because he pulled his hamstring.
Oh, that's right. Well, I guess the thought is
It
you
was
don't
second
want
and
to give
7.
him the ball back.
You got no, they would have got the ball. So 2nd and 7, listen to me. 2nd and 17, 35 seconds. Call a timeout. Bam, 35 seconds. So now 2nd and 17. Whatever they do is whatever they do. Maybe at that point they might just draw it to run clock out. So they're gonna run a draw. So maybe it's after that point you get 5 yards. You're gonna say 3rd and 12 timeout. 30 seconds left. And then okay, again, 3rd and 12, they do another draw, maybe timeout again at like 22 seconds.
Yeah, but I
But then
guess.
they don't have a punter, so then maybe you can get in field goal range and get a field goal.
But the thought process is they had just scored on a drive before. So if you fuck
Okay,
up and they
so
score again, it's 14-21 going into the half. So that's
oh,
why they just called the timeout, kneeled it, and then just went to half.
they didn't
Like,
call
let's
the
just get out of
timeout
here
though.
clean.
Steelers
Oh,
called the
Yeah,
timeout.
Pittsburgh ended up calling a
That's why
timeout.
I
That's
said,
true.
why did they wait to call the time?
Yeah,
Because
why
Buffalo
did
didn't have a.
Pittsburgh wait so long? That's the real question.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm telling you. They should have called it when it was 35 seconds, but I think
Yeah,
they
because he got
finally
sacked.
realized
Oh
he
shit,
got
they don't have a
sacked.
punter.
That's what I'm saying. Like 35 seconds, they just got sacked.
That's why
They lost
Tomlin's probably
yards.
taking a year off. Like, I asked what's next for the Steelers, but I don't even want to do that. I'd rather let's go.
Everything.
Yeah, let's go
Everything's
back to the.
next. Just
Does this
oh my
game
God.
help prove anything for you about the
No.
Bills?
No, I just can't wait for the game. At this point, I'm just gonna sit there this whole week. I'm gonna sit here this whole week, just listen to what people got to say. I hope the Chiefs is too,
Uh,
and the Bills can too. But at the end of the day, man, winners win. So the Chiefs know what they need to do.
go
Like,
get the dub.
and then they even I ain't gonna say like it's a good, but they even more depleted on defense now.
Yeah,
Who's gonna hold? No,
that's
let's be perfectly honest. One, even though they want to hype up Klein, oh, he came off of RV and he's in here making tackles. Is he going to
okay.
tackle Pacheco coming off of RV? I
Is he
doubt
gonna?
it.
He's gonna
Like,
get put in the blender of his life.
and
Andy
guess what?
Reid is gonna.
Who the hell is going to hold? Who the hell is going to hold Rice now? Elam?
Rasul
He
Douglas. He's
he's
coming
hurt.
back. No, he's coming. He practiced this week, so he should be. He should play. That's what he said. I think today or yesterday.
Okay,
Rasul Douglas. How old is Rasul Douglas?
okay,
35.
but is Klein so Klein's the one that's going to hold Travis Kelce? That's who y'all putting y'all money on right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. He's gonna
Okay,
hold. He's gonna hold everything together over the middle of the field. Yeah. What do you
all
mean?
right, bet. All right,
Yeah,
that's
we're
good.
not gonna run all the most mesh concepts and just
We
fucking
definitely are.
and fucking over route. Like, no.
It's gonna be so many over routes. It's gonna be fucking crazy. I wouldn't Rasheed. And if y'all betting people, Put Rasheed Rice for over 100 yards again. At
I
least
mean,
80.
I feel bad.
At least 5 catches for 80 yards
I
for
feel
Rasheed
bad that
Rice.
they're so depleted on defense also because if we win, that's what everybody going.
Yeah.
We just played
Well,
teams
they
that
were
were hurt.
supposed to. They were supposed to
They just are
play the
hurt.
Ravens. Play
Not
the
we
Ravens
thought the
with
Bills were going to go on a magical run because we're fucking attached to Josh Allen's testicles and thought he was going to just carry a beat up fucking team to the Super Bowl and win it because he's so amazing. No, we didn't
but
think we
but
thought they were supposed to lose to the Chiefs.
but what did Nick Wright say? Hey, and people we both reference Nick Wright a lot because one, he's from
Yeah.
Kansas City, and two, we probably watch the show a lot.
Yeah.
So but what he say? Wait till Josh Allen feels like he has to play Superman because he see Patrick Mahomes on the other side of the field.
Yep. That's going to be fun.
Against the second best scoring defense in the league.
Yeah. I mean, we can
You
call them, let's just be honest now. Like the Browns, they fucked up.
Yeah, I know they
They
got
fucked
fucked
up.
up. Yeah, they fucked up.
I mean, let's go
But
to that
and
because that game is more fun, anyways. But the Chiefs, that's number one defense now.
it is.
Every other
Yeah,
defense that was supposed to be a defense, except for we ain't seen the Ravens and the 49ers
well,
yet.
we ain't.
Like,
We'll see this
yeah,
week. They
every
play
all these
first.
defenses shit the bed. But yeah, let's just go. We can go to Texans and Browns because that was more fun. Let's get to some fun
That
stuff to
was.
wrap up a little bit because I feel like we went real hard here
We
for
did.
an hour
We've
and a
been
half
going. I think we
on
went
just
in on a lot of people. I'm sorry for
yes.
whoever listened. Like
This was one of
Cowboys fans, y'all
those
gonna have to.
get it off your chest episodes. Let's just get all this shit off. The seasons are over for some of these teams. The
It
Chiefs did
is.
what we needed them and wanted them to do and go get a dub in the playoffs, the things that matter the most. I don't give a fuck
Mm-hmm.
about being 9-5 heading into the last. That doesn't matter. Win in the playoffs. So somebody that did win in the playoffs was CJ Stroud, somebody that we've been on all year. Just yeah, I wouldn't put CJ in all that, but
No,
that's
I mean he from
yeah,
Texas. He hooked them horns, man.
yeah.
Houston
Texas is in
Texans and everything.
Austin.
Yeah,
So
you think I don't know? But it's still the
I'm
horns,
just saying.
Texans. It don't matter. A lot
I
of
don't
them
know
are
if people
Houston
in
fans. Like,
Houston,
hey, Houston, y'all can still hook them horns too, man. Come on now.
no,
He said what?
you're always trying to sneak the Texas love in there.
I mean, hey, man, you know I love my people down there.
It was funny because the last time we did the Texas KU thing, that I didn't realize that when we were talking, KU had just lost. That's why they were so far down. Because I'm sitting there thinking, like, how the fuck did they get to 11 or whatever it was? It's like we was just one or we was in the top three. Like, what the fuck? They just lost right then
Yeah,
after
man.
we was talking. But the Texans and CJ Stroud, we've been talking about it all year. CJ Stroud on this magical rookie year ride, and he just continues to defy all the odds. It's even crazier than Jordan Love because CJ Stroud's like, what, 20, 22, 21?
Mm-hmm.
So it's even more ridiculous that he's doing what he's doing. But is there a better quarterback rookie year?
Uh,
Like actual rookie year because Mahomes shit, he was
yeah, that wasn't. I'm
just
talking
that don't count.
actual rookie year. A lot of people be like, well, Justin Herbert. Statistically, Justin Herbert, I guess.
But he
But
broke a
as in,
bunch of
like,
those records too, though.
yeah, yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, like, like Justin Herbert eye test was like real good.
Yeah,
But this eye test is just like,
different.
yeah, it's like
And he
he
won a
effort.
meaningful game.
Yeah, like the playoffs. He won a playoff game.
Yeah,
Was Justin Houston? Justin Herbert. If I'm not mistaken, has he
never
won one yet? Nope. Has he
never
been once?
once. Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, that's the game they lost to last year against Trevor Lawrence when he threw 4 picks.
Yep.
So, yeah, and then he played. You laugh because you just looked up.
No, because the 4 picks, I'm just sitting there thinking like you lost to a guy that we don't even
Yeah,
know if he's good now.
yeah,
And
but
Justin Herbert threw one touchdown in that game.
yeah, very wow. That was I was in Florida at Worlds at that time, and then I came back from the field watching that game, bro. I was soaking in the tub watching. I'm like, what the fuck did I just watch? Like,
Embarrassing shit.
it was embarrassing. But yeah, but CJ, no, that's
I mean,
I, I'm,
Andrew Luck is the only
mhm.
other one I feel like who had like actual success outside of just what's the stats that he putting up? Like, because if I remember correctly, he didn't win a playoff game, but did he win a playoff game his rookie year? that was not
What
he
year?
did
Not
not
the
beat
not the
us his
Chiefs
rookie
year.
year. That had to be his
Yeah,
second year,
that
right?
was say I don't think that was that Chiefs year. His rookie year was it?
Let's see.
What year was that? His rookie year was what?
2013.
2014, 13? Nah, that wasn't our year.
His rookie year was 2012. Bro, was it? No, he's not telling me this. No. See, Alex Smith.
I can't even
God
remember
damn
that.
it.
I can't even remember that
God.
long ago. But no, 2012 was our
They lost. But he made the playoffs. He made the playoffs in 2012.
yeah, because they was like
They beat us
nine
in
and seven.
2013. They
Yeah,
beat us
wasn't
the
they like
next year. So I
yeah.
mean, that's not very much better. So
No, but we should have won that game. Our defense
yeah, if
collapsed. We had like five, and
only.
it
I
wasn't
mean,
Alex Smith's fault. That wasn't. Are we not gonna
also,
do this? We're
you
not
can
gonna do this.
score. You can
We're
still
not.
score. The game's not
Yes, but
over
we
at
was up
halftime.
24 or some bull
If you
27. Like it
if
was.
he could
uh,
throw the ball to the right,
We was
everything would
up
be okay.
27. I'm not gonna do this right now.
Go back
I'm
and
not.
watch
I watched it. I seen it. I remember. I was watching. I was in
Dwayne
college and I
Bowe
was watching. Yeah,
just
bomb.
wide open down the sideline. Hey, I beat my man. Throw it. Guess what? Sailed it right out of bounds
Well, we lost.
in the game.
But we got two Super Bowls. So
Yeah,
we're not finna do
now
this right. We are not finna do this today. We
we
talked
will
about
do it one
CJ
day.
Stroud.
One day we'll just do an entire
we,
episode where we just go through all of the playoff. We can pull up the highlights and
we're
watch
gonna do
them
it during the off
together and go
season.
through this shit.
We could do
Yes,
the off season. Like we're
we can
not
do
gonna do it
this
right now. Or we supposed to be
fresh
talking about
after
CJ
the
Stroud.
second week after the Super Bowl. We can go straight to it. We can pull. I will pull up all the meaningful Alex Smith
Oh
games. We
my
will sit
God.
here and break them all down,
Okay.
play for play. Matter of fact, I got
Yeah.
NFL Plus, so I'm pretty sure I can go pull up the all 22 of these
Okay.
games.
Uh ready.
I'm weak as hell. But okay, so
Yes,
we always
but
go back.
CJ,
CJ Stroud, we still haven't even wicked. But they do it again, man. Nico Collins and fucking CJ Stroud. That
now
connection
okay,
is
so
like it's
yeah,
something
that's great.
else.
You know, you realize which he looks big on the field, but I didn't realize dude was 6'4", 215.
Nico?
Yes,
Yeah, hell yeah.
it's
I
a
only know that because of
big dude.
Madden. That's the only reason I
Yeah,
knew
no,
that.
well, I don't, I don't even play Madden no more. I just know he looks big on the field. I always been like, I always want to know how big. I'm like, how big is this dude? Dude,
Real
6'4",
big.
215.
That's what
So
this
it's just
is
like
third year?
third year, yeah. And
Yeah.
he got more yards this year than he did his last two combined.
Yeah.
So,
Way more.
uh,
That's so
so
crazy, bro.
I'm just, I mean, I'm kind of excited for Houston, man. Just and it's kind of weird if people didn't really notice. Every besides the Bucks and the Eagles, every game had a storyline to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it's just like Tyreek back in Kansas City,
Yep.
Mike McCarthy with the Packers,
Mm-hmm.
uh Deshaun Watson, a quiet one nobody talked about. The Deshaun
The
Watson going
Deshaun
back to
Watson,
Houston,
Browns, Texans.
Browns,
It's
Texan
because
things
he
nobody
didn't
really
play.
talked.
That's the only reason.
Yeah, and then you had the backstory where the Flacco could have been to the Ravens type
Yeah.
story, and then you got the L.A. Detroit
Stafford goes back
Stafford
home
golf
against the
golf.
guy that they got rid of. Yeah.
So it's just like it's kind of like a
And then Eagles Bucks.
yeah. That's why I didn't. That's why I didn't put no money really on that game. It's like, damn, I forgot that game was even going on. Like,
But
so much shit was going on.
let me ask you something. Do you think was it CJ? Like, I guess the question is, that is the question I wrote down. I'm over here thinking of the question, but I wrote just straight up. Was it Flacco or was it the defense? Did CJ just shred the defense so bad that like it was inevitable, or was it just Flacco's mistakes, the big reason that the Browns lost?
I would say I don't want to sound like that guy that always do it, but I want to, and I want to say kind of both
Hmm.
because his pick, one of them was a pick six.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one was damn near in like red zone area to where it was gonna be easy. That shit demoralized
No,
the poor
they
defense.
both were pick sixes.
Okay, well,
It was
damn,
two
what?
pick sixes. Yeah,
Yo, yeah, because it was back to back.
they
So
was
there
back
you
to
go.
back.
Yeah, yeah,
Ugh.
yeah. So that's even worse. So just like
Yeah, because before that, but still, it's 14-24 at that point, and that's like fresh out of that at a halftime, like
right
right before
14.
the fourth quarter.
Well, one of them was right before the half,
Oh no,
wasn't
you're
it?
right. You're right. No, 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 no. No, it was right before the beginning of the fourth quarter. It was 4 minutes left in the third quarter, and the other one was 6 minutes left in the third quarter. So it
So he
was
threw both of them in the third. So basically, it was
yep
a game until Flacco
until that.
made it not a game.
That's what I was gonna say because I felt like it was the defense. Now Miles Garrett, I don't know how they schemed Miles Garrett out of the game outside
I
of
don't
like
know
there
either.
was two plays where it was like,
That
oh shit, there he
line did
goes.
that, and I said that. I said that to my brother. I said, "Bro, if that line plays like that, how they do against the Ravens,
They don't have no. It'll be
then
so hard for them.
it's I don't know who the because who I mean the Ravens got a good defense, but name one Ravens DB right now. Go.
The DBs,
Yep.
Marcus Peters,
Okay.
Humphrey, Marlon Humphrey.
Okay.
I mean, I'm having a harder time. I can't.
Okay.
I know they have
So if
one
the
pass
so if
rusher,
the
but I don't even
line
know who the D line like. Who
okay,
name
so
the D line?
we both are Chiefs fans. We both seen Marcus Peters in his prime. If the O line hold if the
Ooh,
O line holds up, you think Marcus Peters is holding Nico Collins 1-on-1?
no way.
Yeah, okay. I was just making sure that's happened. Like I was just like, if
What's
they
the
give that
name of
man some time,
they D in this year? He been balling out this year.
uh, um, they got Clowney.
Matabuke,
Yeah,
Justin
yeah.
Matabuke.
But don't they got Clowney too?
Yeah, he on the other side. But
Uh,
Matabuke, however you say it, he the one. He
uh,
got 13 sacks.
yeah, but he ain't Miles Garrett though.
No, of course not. But that was my
Yeah,
point. I brought him up to say, like, if you schemed out Miles Garrett,
right, exactly.
what's going to happen to that guy? What's going to happen to their D line? And then, I mean, their second level, their linebackers are really the
Linebackers
ones
is crazy. Yeah,
that's the one. That's where it's like, all right, Patrick Queen, Roquan, like,
right. Because they
what are you going to do
versatile.
with
They can
that?
they can they can hold running backs. They can hold tight ends and be straight. But it's just
But
like
none of that matters when Nico Collins is going over the top of Marcus Peters because he bit on a
and because he's bigger,
yeah,
bigger
that
and
too.
faster, and he bit on a hitch
Yeah.
because that's what he does. Because he wants to pick
He just-
big play Peters. Like that's what he wants. He wants to pick. He's gonna bite on a
uh
hitch. There you go. And it's I don't know. I don't want to. Obviously, the dream thing is we win, Houston wins, AFC Championship
it's
back in
we
Kansas
now.
City.
Houston is we.
No, I said we as in like Kansas
Oh,
City.
Chiefs. Okay, I was about to say,
Yeah,
damn,
we
you
win
went
is it?
to a whole
Hey, what
we
you mean?
with the
Whoa, hold on
Texans.
now. You know, I'm hey,
I'm trying to figure
Houston
out what's
here.
going on here.
You know, I was born in Houston. You know, I got Houston people down there. You know, I lived there for a couple years. You know, Houston's still up there, but you know,
I
we
didn't
as
know
in
it turned
Kansas
into a
City.
we. Okay,
No,
okay. I'm
no,
just
I didn't
giving
say,
you
but
shit.
we was Kansas City, then Houston, because then I could probably have my peoples come up to Kansas
Ah,
City.
there you
You know,
go.
we can kick it stuff like that. So, but then Kansas City gets to host another AFC Championship game,
Yeah,
and then, but
that would be the funniest shit in the world.
it's just like
I
yeah, all of a
don't want
sudden
that.
it's like,
I ain't gonna
dang,
lie. As much as I love this Texans season and what CJ Stroud's been doing and all of that, I want the Ravens to win. I want
I do
us to
too.
beat the Bills. I want the Chiefs to
I
beat
want
the
to go to
Bills, beat
Baltimore,
the Ravens, beat the 49ers, win another Super Bowl, and
and
just
then
look
can't nobody
back
say
and be
nothing
like,
else.
it's over. He the GOAT. That's what I was trying to tell you
Yeah.
last week. If he do that, that's the GOAT. You like that we ain't it ain't gonna be
You go through
what are you gonna
Miami,
say?
you go through Miami, then you go through the Bills, then you go through the
The Ravens,
Ravens, then you go through the 49ers. It's just like, all right now.
it's over with. But I know what people say. Well, the Bills were hurt. The Dolphins were
The
injured.
what do you mean the refs? That's
The
all it's gonna
refs,
be.
look, yeah, the rest
No,
that shit
but
is so dumb. I
okay,
hate the
so
ref thing.
so all right, so my question,
Hmm.
are you in that Ravens Houston more blowout or more close game?
hold on, before we get it, the Lions beat the Rams, but we can just
Yeah.
skip over that and go to the divisional
Yeah.
matchups.
The Lions beat the
Am I
Yeah, of course they
close?
did.
Yeah. Am I closer to? And that was the most exciting game out of all of them. That's the
It
funniest
was.
part. That's
But
why has
we
the most to
AFC
talk
people, we're
about
just gonna
in the
go.
game. They got robbed, by the way. That's my feeling on that. The Rams got
Who?
robbed. The Rams got robbed. Puka was getting held on that last drive.
Oh, he was getting held out. That's what I mean. When you got
Yeah,
somebody going 200 on you, you gonna hold him.
they got robbed. But am I
Like
leaning
Gardner Johnson.
more blowout or close game for the Ravens Texans? It's the same feeling I have for the 49ers. I would lean closer to the 10, closer to them covering than not.
Oh, so you got 49ers covering a 10?
No.
Oh, I was about to say, I know
No.
you got the Packers got the 10. I'm gonna
I
say
took the plus 9.5.
as soon as I seen that line come out first day at 10, I was like, oh, Carp took the 10 easily. I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
he
yeah.
did.
But I honestly, and I took it, and then like this morning, I was like, I made a mistake. I made a mistake because the whole thing is like everybody is loving on,
Everybody's going to 10.
but my thing
Vegas
is,
is pushed y'all to that.
but everybody is loving the Packers right now. Everybody's loving the Texans. I feel like I'm hearing too much. Oh, the Texans could put up a fight. Oh, the Packers could win this
Yeah.
game. It's the same thing people did with the Rams all week. The Rams are really the better team. The Rams should win this game. And I felt uneasy going into what was
Nah,
it,
I
Sunday
feel like
night
the
because I was like, oh,
Rams.
they're probably gonna. This is one of those games where we all saying the Rams should win this game. And of course, it's like, well, no, they shouldn't. The Lions have been better than them from the beginning, from the off season all the way through the year, and now all of a sudden up till now, even me, I did it. It was like, oh, the Rams could they're really the better team. It's like, well, fuck. It's like, are they? I don't think so. And then what we got is well, they
Well, they
kind
won.
of
They lost
were.
by 1 point.
It's like, yeah, the Rams kind of were the better team, but like the Lions did just enough. And I feel like that's what we doing here is like, oh, can the Texans keep it close? Can the Packers keep it close? Can they? Sure. But what's most likely
Yeah,
to happen? What's most likely to happen is they
they
both
lose by
lose by
14.
14, 21 points. Yeah, that's most.
Yeah,
So I'm leaning probably more towards it's probably more likely a blowout than it is a close game.
I
Both
would
of
probably
those.
mostly go like player props than I would go like
Yeah.
point spread because that's what I'm doing. I'm
I mean,
doing
it's too
like
late for me. I already bet on some of these. That's the fucked up part. So,
okay, I would do player props more than I would do like money line and things like that because it's
yeah.
like
I bet the Packers game that night when the line opened up immediately. And that's why I said this morning, I was like, I fucked up. I fucked up.
I just did my account at MGM to get that free 158.
Oh, yeah. Oh fuck yeah, I probably made a mistake there. But what's the other matchup we got? So we Texans Ravens. What do you think?
Hmm. I think it might be closer than what we think.
Really? Do
Yeah.
they cover the 9.5? Why is everything
Who?
nine and a
Which
half? That's
one?
so
Is
stupid.
Houston's 9.5?
I think Houston's the same. Yeah,
Yeah, they cover that. Ravens ain't really like. Have we not seen the Ravens play all year? Or they just been blowing
it's
everybody
seven and a
because
half.
everybody's just so focused on what they did to the 49ers that they forgot that they went into overtime with the Giants and they almost lost to the Panthers or some weird shit like that. They've almost like so it's just like
Who the Ravens? Oh, the
yeah,
Colts. That whole yeah.
yeah, the Colts and then
I'm with
so
you.
it's like so it
I don't really never necessarily trust the Ravens, but like the most. And then you got to think Lamar ain't played football in 20
3 weeks.
days. Yeah, it's been 20 fucking days since he played a real game of football. It's not practice.
Somebody like that needs to pass.
Yeah. Ugh. But that's the thing that I guess like what happens. Okay, so what I damn near hit this on the nose with Packers. It was like what I could see a world where Lamar throws a pick or two, a pick and a fumble, and all of a sudden it's 24-24 going into the fourth quarter. And Nico Collins and CJ Stroud just do something crazy and Lamar makes another mistake and somehow they force a win out like last second field goal type shit. I could see that, but that scenario is like very slim. Most likely it's just the Ravens get a lead and just never let it go. and they just pound the
Yeah,
ball
and
away.
that's
Like,
the thing. It's like the Ravens because it really will fall on that Houston defense. To be honest, like
yeah. I think if the Texans can jump out to a lead the same way the Packers did to the Cowboys, that's pretty much their only path, and just hope Lamar makes mistakes. That's kind of been my playbook against Lamar in my mind all year is that can we get a lead? Can we force him to take shots downfield because he has to? Can we keep them from running the ball fucking 10 out of the 15 plays they get in one of those drives? Can we force them to try to like play deep and play with the receiver? Because if you really think about it, like the receivers aren't great. Zay Flowers is good, but he's
it's
not
good,
great.
right?
Odell is washed. I don't even know who's the third receiver.
Don't know. I got Odell going for 30 plus receiving yards though.
Like,
That's a quick slant though. So
yeah, true. Oh, Nelson Aguilar, do you feel good about that? Rashard
oh,
Bateman,
no, not really.
Devin Duvernay, he's hurt actually. He's not even gonna play. Zay Flowers is questionable. I didn't even know that. Mark Andrews gone, so you got Isaiah
Zay
Likely
Flowers is
is
gonna play.
Isaiah Likely
Likely,
is really your second
your
option,
guy.
damn near. Like,
And he's yeah.
but the problem is
Zay
name Houston third receiver right now. Can't.
you got Nico Collins.
hmm Noah
Tank
Brown
Dell don't
might.
hurt. Noah Brown. Is he gonna play?
I don't know. That's what I
I
don't
would
know if
say
he's.
Tank Dell not playing.
Is it Mechie? Is
Oh,
that the
Michi,
third?
yeah.
John Mechie? Is
And then
Dalton
Dalton
Schultz
Schultz.
and
Yeah, it's like
Brevin Jordan never really played. So
shit. He just had an 80-yard touchdown run last week.
yeah, he had the one. That's his only play damn near all season for real.
Hey, shit. Sometimes they do it at the right time, right?
Yeah, but I can see it. This is one of those like if I what am I
Excuse
betting
me.
my money on? Uh, Probably the Ravens at 7.5 right now. What it is, I would probably take the 7.5. But like I'm hoping, and I do see a version of that where CJ Stroud is just like I'm him, as cliche as that has been for the past 2 years. Like he really just
Man.
steps in and says, "I'm really him. This is my time. I'm taking the ball and I'm taking this motherfucker home with me." And Lamar just goes, "Oops, I ain't played in 3 weeks, and I did what Lamar does in the playoffs every single year: a fumble and a pick, and blow the game."
Hmm.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that same shit. Now, on the other side, the Packers 49ers to me is a little less, I see less of a world where they win that game. As much as I love Jordan Love, it's just like
Yeah.
I don't see how they stop the 49ers. That's the problem. I don't care. Like it could be a shootout, and I just don't see. I guess you do the thing
Yeah,
where
I
it's the
don't either.
same thing where they get a lead, and then the 49ers are just what's the weird step 2-39 or whatever it is when they're trailing, like whatever that is. That's that they can do that, but I don't see it. I don't see it. But we got two other
Mm-mm.
games. The other two games for Sunday. Then we play Chiefs play Sunday at what?
Say Sunday night.
It's not Sunday night. It's at 5:30.
Who plays before us?
The
I
Bucks.
thought
They
we
play
had
at
to.
2.
Yeah.
That's the
So
night
yeah,
game. But that's not really
yeah.
a
We
night
play.
game, no.
I
Ugh.
mean, yeah. I mean, but they always been that early. Remember,
No,
like when you start getting down to four teams and stuff, it's always earlier.
yeah, but the
It's not
Saturday
really
games are
night
the
night.
right time. The Saturday, like the Packers
Yeah, because it's
49ers,
Saturday
is
though.
that's so weird. Why? That's dumb. Just put it
They
at
always
seven
did
o'clock,
that.
like
I don't know.
always. That doesn't make any sense. But so Buccaneers Lions, who do you like there? This is one of
Lions.
those games I don't even really want to watch this game, to be honest. I do because it's a playoff game, but it's also like if I seen Bucks Lions on the schedule, I would this game's not getting turned on.
Uh,
But it's
yeah.
just
I
like
mean,
6.5. You like 6.5 for Detroit?
for the yeah, I like that.
So a touchdown.
I mean, I got like a non-leg parlay out on that game,
Ooh.
bro. Like, it's not
I
that
would
bad though.
I don't trust. I don't know what the fuck this game. You I don't know what could happen. I don't know. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna lie
I
to you. I'm
mean,
not even gonna
shit.
try to make like a real thought
Yeah,
process through this
obviously
game.
I got Montgomery scoring because he always good for one.
Mm.
There were Rashad White, 44 and a half rushing yards. Josh Reynolds for 25 receiving yards, Jamison Williams for 20 receiving yards, Otten for 20 receiving yards, and Gibbs for 20 receiving yards. Then I got Goff for going for over 230, and Mike Evans and Laporta scoring.
Mm. The anytime touchdowns have scared me off. I haven't bet anytime
He
touchdowns for
said,
like 2 weeks.
that's the ones I be hitting on the most. The ones
Mm-mm.
I don't be hitting on is fucking, I'm one reception off of somebody who needs 4 or 5 and things like that. He's just like, because like
Yeah.
tight ends and like third string receivers are starting to be like the it guys. Like
Yeah.
quarterbacks need to get it out quick. Like,
If you know, that's the thing. I think the best thing is like that third option receiver is like some of the
mm-hmm.
best bets to take. Cause if you watch the game, it was just like I fucked up on the Bills game. I had when I made the bet the first time, I had Dawson Knox at
Yeah,
two receptions. And I'm pretty sure he got exactly 2 receptions.
yeah,
And then he had him in like the first quarter. And I was like, oh, and then I looked and I
yeah.
was like, oh no, I had Kincaid. Now think about this. I had Kincaid for 4 catches and over 35 yards. He ended with
He
3 catches and 60 yards. And I was just sitting there like, okay, no, Dawson Knox didn't even hit it. He only had 1 catch. He had the one
When you
touchdown
talking about
catch.
this last game?
Yeah, this past game.
See, I
And
had
I was
Kincaid for
sick.
over 2.5 and then a touchdown.
I had him at over 3.5 because I figured he'd go to the tight end a lot. And he went
But
to him.
he had 4 catches
He
though.
had 3.
Damn, I feel like he had 4.
That's the same,
What?
bro. But nope, he had 3. I looked up and I'm
Good
just
thing I
like,
did that.
end of the game, I'm like, wow, he got 3 catches for 60 yards and a touchdown, and I need him to catch one ball. Like, what the fuck? But
Oh no, I didn't have receptions. I had Dawson Knox for over 30 yards and a touchdown.
there you go. And you got that immediately. You got that the first drive of the game. He literally hit him on a 35-yard pass for a touchdown to open this shit up. But the Bucks Lions,
I mean, I'm gonna watch it as a
Lions
playoff
should
game,
win.
and the Lions should win
They
though,
should win.
definitely.
But their secondary is not good. So could Mike Evans and Baker do a little dance and go
They
crazy?
should. He should have did it last week.
I just don't think it's enough. I think they can get ran on. And they got and Gibbs and Montgomery, they should
Yeah,
run crazy. But and now we can get into the final divisional game of the weekend, which we already have talked about probably for 40 minutes worth of the podcast.
because we always somehow revert back to
Of
it.
course, of course. The Chiefs at the Bills.
Y'all know what it
I
is.
know this is
Like,
an
why we
audio
got to say
broadcast, but you gotta go
that?
look at the
Y'all,
video for this part.
yeah, go look at this video. That's why we're so
What do
silent.
you
It's
want us
just
to
fake.
say? We
Just like,
already
what else you
said
want
it
to?
for an
We said
hour.
it an hour ago. We're gonna
Yeah,
say it again. Like,
same thing. Chiefs should win this game. I think so. Let me do the whole. Well, how do I see this game playing out? Most likely, how does it play out? Josh Allen has a couple turnovers and finally has a bad game because it's been 7 weeks now.
yeah,
7, 8 weeks, something like that. Oh yeah, 7 weeks now of just enough, not going too crazy, no wild swing to the negative side. I kind of think that's the Jordan Love thing I have too, where it's like Jordan Love's the same way where he has the roller coaster, the swings. I just say swings because you just swing one way and you swing back and forth the other way. Does Josh Allen swing to the negative side? That's most likely because he sees, oh, Mahomes finished the first half with 150 yards and 2 touchdowns, and now I'm down 1 score. I got to come out here and
and sling this motherfucker.
try to put my head through Justin Reed's face, which
Mm-hmm.
isn't going to work. You know what I mean? Something like that, where it's just like, this ain't going to work. I'm going to
And
try
our
to,
DBs be hitting too.
yes.
Them boys
Don't
hit.
don't try to fake slide with Justin Reed coming down because he's just gonna nail you. Whoever that was, Minka Fitzpatrick, whoever it was that fell for the fake slide, that's not gonna happen with
Fuck that.
McDuffie, Sneed, Reed,
Reed, Edwards. They
Josh
hit.
Williams. Like none of them,
No, they're
nobody,
gonna hit you.
none of the
Eh,
secondary is going for
eh,
that. You getting
eh,
hit. You better
yeah,
truck
and
him.
now that
Can he
and now,
truck them? Yeah,
probably,
yeah, he could do that
but
for
they
sure.
they real good at tackling together as well.
Yes,
So
yeah. Don't.
that defense is. That's what I'm saying. Like people just like, oh, the Chiefs is. I'm like, we said this last year. I don't know, like I've been saying it ever since last year. Like that defense last year, like it wasn't like how I was hyping it up last year, how it is this year. Like, and
Yeah.
And people sleep. Karlaftis is a dog. Like
Yeah, he didn't turned up this year.
that. Yeah, I don't know what it because maybe he knows that he gonna have to be the guy when Chris Jones not here. I don't know, but
You finna get double teamed next year and be look like you trash.
shit, he's so young and he quick and still. I doubt double teams are, and all he gonna do is work over the offseason. I don't know,
True.
man. That's why we're gonna go D tackle in the second round, but people don't want to talk about the draft yet. But I already got the draft
I
picks
just
out ready for the Chiefs. But
this is one of those games where it's like I don't even obviously we want the Chiefs to win.
right,
I see a world where Josh Allen thinks he can go Superman and just doesn't, and he falls back to earth, and we realize, oh yeah, this team was
oh
bad
shit,
for 3/4 of the year. Like you don't just be a bad team for 3/4 of the year and then just that don't go away. Same for us.
right.
We've been bad for a
Well,
quarter of the year as well. But the problem is like we picked back up a little bit in the regular season though.
yeah,
Like y'all was bad for 12 game, whatever it is. What it was 17 games. So you was bad for
yeah. It
11
was six and
games.
six. They were 6-6 before they came
12 games.
and beat
Yeah.
us.
You was bad for 12 straight games, bro, and then turned it on at the end of the year. And I don't know, maybe the offensive
Snuck in.
coordinator
Wait,
can
but snuck into the 2 seed because the team in your playoff in your division that you had the tiebreaker on didn't do well at the end of the season. Like I don't know. I just
ooh. See, that's the scary thing. Joe Brady is 34 years old.
yeah, he's young.
He's been an offensive coordinator for this is it. He was an offensive coordinator for the Panthers 2 years ago and was a quarterback coach last year.
Yeah, a lot of them
So
come
what
from being quarterback
so
coaches.
that's the thing that's a little sketchy too. Is like so then it's gonna really be reliant on Josh Allen because we know so
But the thing about it
what is
was
Spags gonna do to a Joe Brady offense?
Spags is he. I don't know if people actually sit there and realize and like I maybe I'm one of the only people that I'm sure people get annoyed with me when they watch the game with me, but like Spags schemes go out of fucking control. Like dude's
Crazy.
of a magician when it comes to how he schemes a defense, dude. Like it was
How
one
he
fucking
hides blitzes, yeah,
and
and like
it was really one play where he's like 7 people at the line and only the outside rushers went and everybody else
yep.
dropped. I'm like, bro, what the just happened? Like, dude, just he's crazy with the scheme. That's why I'm just like,
It's so wild
good luck.
how it's so wild. It's funny because he's so good at it that a lot of the time it's really just a slot corner blitz. Like every play, every pressure, damn near is just the slot corner blitzing. It's just
Nah,
disguised.
but you got
So,
linebackers coming through the middle
well, yeah, but I'm saying
sometime.
the most like what you see the most. I mean, yeah, you the same that same the inside linebacker they send that blitz all the time, but like the one where you see consistently is that
Yeah.
slot corner blitz, and it's so weird how they do it because, like you said, they'll bring everybody to the line, and then you don't know who the fuck is gonna drop back, but then sometimes it's weird like Tranquil will rotate to the
To the
flat.
middle,
He'll
the
go
flat, or
from the
yeah.
middle and rotate to the flat and still somehow cover something. Like the shit be when I look
And then you have the corner. Then you have the corner coming from doing a stunt around the
and you're
DE
like, what
while
is
your
happening
linebacker
right
shooting up,
now?
or you got the DE shooting to the flat, and you got the linebacker going up get in the middle of the zone. You got the corner
Mm-hmm.
coming through the middle, and you're just like, what the heck? Like, dude,
And then
it's some of
all of
the
that, and it's just
weirdest.
like we still just sent 5. You're just like, what the fuck are you? What is this? Like, but it's
But
just
he's been doing
so crazy.
but you got to realize, dude, he's been doing that since we've been in middle school.
Yeah,
You realize he was the D coordinator for the Giants the 2 years they beat the Patriots.
yeah, that's true.
It's just Spags being Spags.
For
He's been
years,
doing,
for 20
and
years.
now you can only imagine how much what he really did with that Giants when he had that D line with Omier, Tuck, Michael Strahan, and
Yeah.
all them dudes up there. He's like, bro, he probably went. No wonder he won 2 Super Bowls. Dude went crazy. Like you see, that was 3 people on the D line.
And that's why I brought up Joe Brady is 34 years old. We would have been in school with this dude. So the same shit we talking about, Spags been doing it since he was in middle school, since
Yeah,
this
that's
dude was
true.
in high
Because he's
school.
only 3 years older than he's only 3 years older
Yeah.
than us. So yeah.
Like, bruh,
So
it's the same
uh,
exact thing. Like
yeah, oh 07. Oh 07 was my freshman year, which means that would have been his senior year.
this man was on JV somewhere when Spags was winning Super Bowls.
I hope he went on JV as a senior.
No, no, no. Oh well, I guess I see what you're saying. Yeah, you're right.
No,
But you know what I mean. This
I know
man
what you mean.
Spags was in the NFL for years before you was even fucking popping pimples, before you even had
Mm-hmm.
acne, nigga, or whatever the fuck, before you even
Before
fucking
you
did
even,
anything.
man, listen.
Went to prom, nigga, whatever the fuck. Like anything you could think of. This man was already coaching before you did all of that, before you had a
He
driver's
already he
license.
won a Super Bowl.
Like
Not
that's the
even
crazy
coaching. He won
part.
a Super Bowl.
You was getting your driver's license. And Spags was getting his team to the playoffs, was having
Spags was
top
just
defenses.
all he was doing was scheming up Tom Brady and stopping the Patriots from getting an undefeated season. If people ever remember that,
Oh man, this shit is so crazy. When was he ever
a
a
head
head
coach.
coach? Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say he was. I don't think it lasted long
The
though.
Rams from 2009 to 2011. Ooh, he was the
Yeah,
Sam Bradford head coach.
because remember, as soon as he won against the Giants, as soon as he won that Super Bowl with the
Yep.
Giants, they hired him to be the head coach.
He was only the defensive coordinator there for that was his first defensive coordinator job.
But he went back though,
He
because
went
they
back
he
he went back in 2015. It was way later. Bro, this man's career has been so crazy looking at it now.
yeah,
Because he was coaching in college from 1981 until
81.
1997. And then he coached for one of the NFL Europe teams. You remember those?
They used to be on Madden.
he was a
The ones
he was a
who-
defensive coordinator for one of those teams. And then he was on the Eagles as a defensive assistant. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to mean. You're just an
just
assistant.
yeah, he's just an assistant.
Then he
Those usually the
moved.
ones when the coordinator get fired, they interim defensive coordinator. That's usually one of those guys.
So the longest stint that he had anywhere was the Eagles with Andy Reid from 99 to 2006. He was a
Right.
linebackers coach, D-back coach, and an assistant. And then he was on the Giants for 2 years. Then he was a head coach for 2 years. Then he was a D coordinator for one at the Saints, then the Ravens 1 year. And then he got demoted to an assistant, then a secondary coach, and then that's when he went back to the Giants. And then
And
he
one or
was
two
the
super.
interim head coach. No, no, no. This is way after. This is
Yeah.
2017 when he went
Oh,
back.
is everything.
But yeah, either way, we got
And
lost on
then came to us
Spags.
after as then came back to us
Yep.
when we fired Bob Sutton shitty
Took
ass.
it took a year
Who
off
kept wanting to run 3-4 all damn day. Like, dude,
and instantly
what
won
is
a Super Bowl. That's so
Bob Sutton
crazy.
was
We got
so
rid of Bob
horrible.
Sutton and instantly won a Super Bowl. That's how bad he
Yes.
was.
Bring a defensive coordinator in who knows how to make halftime adjustments.
So all that said, we both have the Chiefs beating the Bills, I'm assuming.
Yeah. And I just want that line to get to 4.5, so I'm comfortable with taking it right there
It's probably
at
not
four
gonna
and a
go
half.
that. You should take it at 3.5. That's probably the best. If it goes up that high, that's probably your best bet.
Probably will be at 3.5 by Friday.
But yeah, so this was a two hour joint.
Yeah,
So I
it
hope you
is.
guys enjoyed the show. You know what to do. Subscribe to the YouTube, follow on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. My handle is at Carver2X on all those things. And you can catch
Yeah.
my guy at the real underscore top five on everything else also,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes, sir. That's what it
So
is.
yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Real fiery podcast at the
It
top.
was fire. It was
Was
fire.
fired up about some takes that we've been. I mean, I still the Dak thing. Like,
Yeah. And
what are
I
we doing, man?
and, and y'all know if you've been listening, you already know Carv always gonna try to backdoor me on something like he always try to do. Like and
It's
then
just it's just Alex Smith. Well, no,
he
I did
backdoor me
Jordan
with
Love. I
Alex
fucked you
Smith,
over
and then you Jordan love me at the end. So it's just like
at the
it's
top
okay.
of the pod
Just
too.
not. Just know I got some stuff in the back burner for you. Just all your Cowboys fans, just wait for
It's cool.
it.
Hey, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for it. I will defend unless it's something bad. I will defend myself. I'm okay with that.
Oh
But I
man,
hope you
but
guys
y'all know, man.
enjoyed. So, rock chalk.
Cook them horns.
Nope. Yeah, cook them horns. That's right. We will see you guys later. Yeah, that's it. See ya.
Peace.